Hello, everybody. It's Damo. Time to do it again. It's so good that it's time to do it for a fourth time. That's correct. Season 4 of the Park to Prem series of Maidenhead is live right now, and that's because you're watching. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, we did do it again. We, of course, were champions. I did play the last few games this morning / coming back home from a team leader breakfast that we all had this morning. I had a meeting as well, and in that meeting we definitely played the last few games of the season, which I'll recap for you, of course, but the title was effectively won and has officially now been won, and the season is over. We did fail to get to 100 points, as I'll show you in a second, but I actually wanted to start on the coaching page, and that is because we've actually, for the first time in the club's history, actually been allowed to sign coaches because our board finally has gone, you know what, we can actually afford to have coaches. So, yeah, they've obviously got 4 guys already in. We can also get a set-piece coach, etc. I do imagine with the signings that we're going to have that they're going to want us to improve the coaching staff. So I think going in and signing coaches right now, which is something I like to do, I'm going to wait until we've signed players. And then once they all want us to improve the coaching staff and they've come here, I will then sign the coaching staff and get it going, etc. We also can have a technical director. We can have a recruitment analysis. 5 scouts. What is this football club? We're actually a football club. We're no longer a little park team. We're actually a football club. If you are in chat, say g'day. Let me know where you're watching from. I do have to be a little bit more quiet. My partner is in the other room and she's not feeling 100%. She's stayed home from work today. Normally don't stream when I'm around, when she's around. But she's assured me that there is no ramifications for streaming. And she's the loveliest person that allows me to still do stuff that I enjoy, even when she's at home. So, yeah, definitely found a unicorn because they don't exist really in the women world, but I found one. And, yes, we'll end up marrying this one as well. Anyhow, let's get into it and go into probably the staff database. And the first thing we've got to do is sign a couple of scouts because they're going to help us with our scouting journey, and then we're going to get into what we need to find, etc. If you've been watching the series, you know we need a defensive midfielder and badly, and then we'll find some others as well. I also need to put in my Discord that we're actually live too, so Dim and Burger, if he's working from home, can actually come on in and say g'day. Who knows, you guys might be lucky, my partner will come in. She probably won't sit in front of the camera, but she'll sit by my side. You might get to hear her as well later in the stream, and that would be pretty cool. It's not often that I've had someone actually take an interest in me having hobbies in a relationship. It's nice. It's been pretty good. Anyhow, we need to get into finding a scout. Let's stop blowing up the goodness. In terms of that, we need to go to staff interest and turn it on. Definitely more responsive is the game with the new updates. I do have the new beta done. As you guys can see here, we got a little bit of wage, etc. too, which is good. And then we obviously want to go by pick criteria, and we want the player ability and potential to probably be of a good level is what we want. We get a few people, we're going to go for all of them. So we get Jonathan Gibson, who's good and very good at judging a player. So John, you're going to come straight in as a scout. Can I give you a 2-year deal? Beautiful. Probably could have talked him down on wage, but that's fine. So that's Jonathan Gibson. We got Luis Arango Bayona, who's from Espanyol. Well, there you go, Mr. Spain. He wants to be a general manager. No, buddy. You're a scout, buddy. You're a scout. You're a scout. Do that and do that. All right, he doesn't want to be that. That's fine, all good. He must really think that he's a really good general manager, which I don't think so. And then we've got a Damien. Oh, he'll be fine. Scout. Look, 2-year deal, and Damien's a reasonable. He's just like, yeah, just give me a little bit of money and a 2-year deal, and we'll talk. Like that, less than £500 a week, bucks a week. There's another scout, and he's outstanding in adaptability. He's going to be one of our best scouts. There you go. So we got 3 people here, and I think if we go back to our staff, we could actually sign one more because we had someone. So we could sign one more. So let's go back and here. Game's so much more responsive with the updates too. It's so nice to see. Pick attributes, judging ability, and let's just go to average, and we get 14 people. That's fine. looking for a good and an average, which ability and potential is not bad here from this Englishman. He's 36. That's average and average. Don't really care if you're at a club. Jonathan Ginsman's good and very good. Adam Forshaw? Oh, mate, Adam Forshaw, you're in. Mate, he scored a free kick against us 2 years ago, and now he's a scout. There you are. Approach the side, Adam Forshaw. That is very good to see Adam Forshaw here. But that's another scout, and that's good. And the only reason I'm signing scouts for now, and if you did just come in, which I did see the numbers did influx there, just briefly, if I go to my club and I go to staff, we have now finally got room for coaches and like an actual coaching team. So get a couple fitness coaches in, a goalkeeper coach, whatever. Yeah, we going to wait until we sign some players in order to do that. So we're going to do that. In terms of the squad, I've kind of have it already picked, and you probably want to know how the end of the season went. We did end up on 99 points, which is pretty good. If we can go to the league table, there we are as champions on 99 points, which is nice. XG table, we should have been top. We actually scored 4 goals less than what we should have scored. We should have scored 100 goals this season. We scored 96. We normally exceed this data. It's crazy that we haven't. And yeah. Incredible that we weren't able to do that. Defensively, not too bad though this year, which is pretty cool. So 99 points. In terms of the last few games of the season, which you guys did not see, which was after Brentford, who beat Northam 2-1, beat Leyton Orient 3-0, beat Bromley 3-2, lost to Bristol 3-2 in a pretty crazy game, and then won against Barnet 2-1. A player that I definitely want to call out, and as we look at the squad, is where is he? Brombridge. So Brombridge came through our youth intake in season 1. And as you guys can see here, there's got a bit of potential about him. I actually played him in the last 3 games of the season, 1 off the bench, 2 starts. And yeah, on the 54th minute, off in the 74th, and full 90 against Bromley. Got a goal and an assist, a blank, and a goal off the bench. Fantastic from him. So yeah, highlights that he has a bit of potential, which is good. Was one of my better youth intake players, but never went on with it. Well-rounded in the physical department, but nothing special. We've also upgraded our, or redone the attributes. So gold is those golden stats. I do also have maxed out the customization of our graphics, and it looks perfect. And as you can see, technically, outside of obviously a few different areas, he's really good with technique, passing, he's decent dribbling and crossing for the lower levels of England, decent flair, decent work rate. So yeah, definitely Jay Brombridge came through in intake 1 that we needed, that I wanted to highlight. He had a pretty good time with it. Dom Weller as well, by the way, has got League 1 potential, so Dom's going to be playing some minutes for us next season off the bench, which is good, and he's fantastic, is Dom Weller. We ain't going to be letting him go anytime soon. We're probably going to tie him down to a new deal, to be fair to Dom. And the other one here is Wakefield. Andy Wakefield also has League 1 potential. So in that first intake, we legitimately got 3 guys that are going to be League 1 potential. We were in the Vanarama North and South. Like, if we were still in the North and South, Andy Wakefield would be one of the best centre-backs in the league. That's ridiculous. So, yeah, for a club that has no youth, we've developed it. When you look at Wakefield, he's got that 19 determination. He's actually really coming along. Like, mentally actually starting to look like a footballer. Yes, technically he is woeful, and physically it's not great, but he's getting there. And I can see a world where this kid plays under 18s minutes, he will get better. Technically may never be a good enough footballer, but mentally and physically could be a good enough footballer. Also want to briefly mention, we've got Philbert being tied down to a new deal. At the moment as well, wants 4K a week, and yeah, look, I'm going to pay whatever it is. I've also sent out a new deal for Ayapong as well. I think they are 2 best players, tying them down with release fees that are a lot higher. So Philbert wants over $1 million in his release fee, same with Ayapong. If a club's going to give me over $1 million for both of them, we're not going to be in debt for the whole season, and we'll just take it. And usually when they've tied down a new deal so close to the transfer window, they don't move anyway, so should be fine. If we look at the squad, though, very briefly, before we get into the scouting and etc. as well, you've got, obviously, Webb is going to still be our keeper with Bell on the bench. Casanova's actually playing of a very good League 2 level and could improve, and I think he's fantastic, is Dante Casanova. I will play Thornley because he had such a good year, even though the game doesn't rate him. Again, we can't probably spend all our money because we're going to hemorrhage quite a fair bit of money because we don't have the financial backing. We've got pretty good finances now after that FA Cup run, but I'm going to definitely play Thornley. He's been here and done it. Ayapong, you just know. Comely is our club captain. If I can find 2 defensive midfielders, I will bin off Comely, but if we can only find one, I'm going to play Comely. Comely I'm going to play this year and not renew his contract and just let him be released, which is perfectly fine. Finn Welch is going to definitely play again this year. My goal with Finn Welch is to then make him be our backup player when we're in the championship. And I think that's pretty good progression for Finn. Patton on the left, yet again, he played sensational. I have no qualms in playing Patton again next year. Up front, we did lack goals, as you guys saw. So yeah, Billy, Briscoe, Weller, Brombridge, I don't think fits the forward role. We do also have Parsons, who may fit too. I think with Parsons, I might give him a loan and just be like, Parsons, just go get a loan and try and get some football, because I think he needs football. But yeah, I don't think Parsons was the guy for us last year as well. And then the rest of these boys are going to go, and that's perfectly fine. If we look at our squad here, we go to our youth setup, we go to our youth cost prospects. This was our intake, as you guys can see. We did get Nigel Faulkner, who does look okay. 2 passing is not good, but he's got pretty good dribbling, finishing, and first touch for a 15-year-old. Good physicals and good determination. He's also 5'7", so he should get a growth spurt. Loves to shoot from distance with 5 long shots. Interesting choice of what you want to do, buddy, but you do you. I do see a world where he can train to be a 10, but he needs to learn how to pass at football. And if he doesn't know how to pass a football, then he's in trouble. I don't know what he would be working on. He's also on holiday, so we can't really do too much there. Martin O'Reilly was the only other one of note, and I actually prefer O'Reilly than I do to Faulkner. He's also got good determination at 16. He's very well-rounded physically, and he can actually pass a ball with 7 passing, 13 technique. Does lack a little bit of vision. He's also got 7 first touch, 7 dribbling, 7 crossing. So I think as a channel midfielder in a 10, he would be pretty fantastic when he develops. He just needs to learn how to hit the ball from distance, but there's a lot of stuff with under 18s minutes, etc. he could develop is Martin O'Reilly. When you look at our youth squads now, if you look at the 18s, there isn't anyone too much of note. Apparently, Steve McPay still has 5-star potential and could be a good League 2 centre-back in the future. Good determination, fairly well-rounded, to be honest, as well. 9, 6, 8, 16 determination, fairly well-rounded physicals. He's 5'10". I don't hate it. And I think what we could do is move him to the senior squad and keep him in the under-21s for 90 minutes. And he could be a pretty decent backup. But when we look at our backup, we've got Adam Moeller, we've got Wakefield, who's definitely better than him. I don't know if you're going to put him in there. But I think he's definitely worth the conversation in the 18s. And if we go back to the 18 squad now that we took him out, Brombridge, who's available there because he's still 17. McPay, who I just got rid of. Bennett's not really good enough. Faulkner. Sam Rehoy, who we had a lot, potentially for. He's got EFL League 2 potential as well. So, maybe Sammy Rehoy gets some minutes. I'm sure I'm going to move into the 21s, though, Sam. That's for sure. And, Bennett I don't think is good enough, personally. The game thinks he still has a little bit of potential. I don't. But we've got enough kids that it's whatever, that there might be Dean Campbell, another centre-back, 7 marking. He lacks a lot technically. Physically isn't the worst. 5'10", still a bit too short. And then, we've got obviously not much else around there either. But we got some kids in and around the squad, and that is that. In terms of what we need to do now is actually just sim forward, get these scouts in, and then we get to the scouting side of this stream. It's only going to be a 2-hour, 3-hour stream. If we do get 1 million people watching, then we'll obviously continue it on. But yeah, I've obviously got my partner is here and not well, and I am definitely cautious of her wanting to spend time with me too, right? So yeah, is what it is. That's all fine. That's all fine. I've also got my work laptop open, so if you do hear the occasional Teams ding, that is obviously from me, which is perfectly fine. So retired winger coming in Damien Matthew, and Gibson is coming in as well. So we got a couple of good scouts in there, and Adam Forshaw is also in too, which is good. So we've got all 3 of our scouts now, if we look at that. Ayapong gets his new deal, as you guys can see. If you want to see that new deal, it's right here. His release fee to clubs in the higher divisions, $1 million. And if we do get relegated back to League 2, it's a $550K release fee, which I am over the moon with. When you look at his scout report, he's a very good footballer, isn't he, for this level? If you also want to have a look at Filbert's new contract, there it is there. 1.6 mil release fee. We get relegated, 900K, which is basically $1 million. Outrageous. And you look at his report, he's also got League 1 potential. So yeah, and I think he's fantastic. Is Mr. Filbert, who did get injured in the last game of the season. He will be fine though. And yeah, so we've tied down those couple of people. Don't know who else we'll tie down. If we look at contracts here, who's expiring, Matt Pays is expiring. We need to tie him down to a new deal. And he wants a future prospect at 170 at 2 years, hopefully. Done. So that gives us 2 years to have a look at Mac Pay in the future, which is good. And the only other one is Tabaras, who I'm releasing. The rest are all here and for at least the next year, which is fine. And I've got no issues. Ollie Shield needs to be developing a little bit more, but that's fine. And when you look at our team, we've got a lot of potential. You got Wheeler, you got Marcus Gomez, you got Filbert, you got Toby, you got Berkeley, you got Parsons, Sutton, Billy, MacPay, Andy Wakefield, Briscoe, all at 5-star, Brombridge, Afori, Dante, Sears, all still there. I don't think Corey Sears is one that I really want to use, but, he could still be decent, Corey. He just needs to know that he's not a first-team footballer anymore, which hopefully he knows that, and that is fine. And I think he does now, so, again, when I look at that, and I look at this backup team, I'm happy with Bell, he's got potential. I'm happy with Shield, happy with Adamola, happy with Wakefield because he's got League One potential. Sears has got, he's a decent enough left back, right? And allows Ayapong to play every game. Afori and Gomez do have potential and could be decent. Bromridge has got League One potential, so does Weller. Briscoe and Billy are probably the best of the bunch that I have. And then you got Parsons and Sutton, who don't play too much football for me and don't get enough minutes, but going to make both of them available for the under 21s and probably maybe even get Jacob Parsons alone. And then the rest of these guys, I think, are okay. I probably want to play MacPay a little bit, but I don't want to really get rid of Adamola. When I look at Adamola, he could improve a little bit more. He's also pretty physical for this, and he's 6'1", and he's got good leadership, is young Adamola. But yeah, I would love to maybe make him a little bit more of a squad player, which maybe he will not be happy with, but yeah, we're definitely going to do that at some stage too. But yeah, MacPay, I think, could be a really decent defensive player. Apparently been working on his pace. I think now defensive positioning, get that marking up, get that positioning up. Decisions can get a little bit better as well. And then maybe get him as that centre back is definitely an option too. So we definitely have a good enough squad. When you're looking at the squad, DM, centre back, and a striker is exactly what we need. If we go into the staff section here, we now have got our scouts. We actually got room for one more scout, but I think we're bringing one more in. So we'll just sim forward here just to make sure if we are. And then, I've also got a cup of tea here for our voice because we've been doing this quite a fair bit over the last few days. Definitely looking forward to us to recommend a signing, Adam, for sure. Why not? We got a question here. Look, someone gives me 1 point something mil for Ayapong and 1.6 for Filbert, then so be it. Because the money always needed. Have we got a game in the 3 days, or is this whatever? I don't know what this is. That's the playoffs, not for us. Cool. So yeah, we're just gonna sim forward here. Don't need to start looking for players right now, but we do like bringing them in early and embedding them, which is fine. On to 18-0-2-2. This Long guy scores a lot of goals for us, even though he's not that good. Declan Long. Boyce as well. It's an own goal from Boyce. Under 18s ended up in towards the bottom here. I think we're in this tier. We were in 6th. For a club that doesn't have any good youth intake, that's actually not bad. I think when you get to the under 18s, you go to England, Europe men's, England men's. You got the under 18s Premier League competition. Yeah, so I think it takes a while for us to get there. We're in the Division 3. We got still a couple of promotions for our under 18s to play against better opposition, but that's fine. I think what we've got to do is start looking at recruitment. So we have no scouting range. Transfer window's closed. How much money have we got to play with here? So our transfer budget's 125 thing. I'm not going to spend that money. Do something like that. I think also while we're here and the board is really happy, we should actually put in a request for us to get our coaching badges done. Increase the youth level. New contract, nope. Personal. Can't do that. Okay, all good. Improve youth recruitment too. They're two of the cheaper ones to try and get through from the board. Let's see what we can do. Continue on. It says that we're getting 0 views on the stream, which makes no sense. I don't know what's going on here with YouTube. YouTube playing up a little bit, maybe. Yeah, very odd. It says there's 0 views. Yeah, people watching. That's very odd. Anyhow, doesn't matter. All well and good. It will go up as a video. It is fine. Mac Pack turns professional. All good. Let's go through our first recruitment recommendation here. Let's list. All right, so first things first, anyone that is less than 3-star is just going to be immediately cut. So all these guys are no good. Anyone that has got this low ability and doesn't have the potential, we're going to cut to. So you're no good. So you're no good. People like this are okay if they're young enough. So he's 23 and could be young enough, for instance. And then we obviously got the first team boys here too. So let's go through the list. Let's go by priority. So they reckon Billy is a very good player from Dundee being released on a free. Tell you what, he ain't bad, Billy. That's a centre-back. We need a centre-back. He's 6'5" too. This is someone that was at Liverpool, was he not? He is. Ex-Liverpool prospect. Never played for us. Went on loan. Went back to Liverpool. Went on loan again. And then Dundee bought him from Liverpool. And he's played in the Scottish Premiership the last few games. And now he's being released on a free. Only on 2.7k a week. 25 years of age. Is a good National League player with good League One. He's wanted at the moment by Raff Rovers, and this is just a no-brainer. He's left-footed. Ball playing centre-back. Very well-rounded. Great jumping reach, 6'5". I don't need to see too much more. Can I offer him a trial for a week from Dundee, I wonder? Dundee barely used him too this year. That makes no sense. Billy boy. Yes, keep scouting you. Sam Mather is from Manchester United and played a game for United last year and a game the year before for United. Went on loan, barely played the year at Tamria. I don't need a 10 and I don't need a winger, but he's obviously of quality. Pretty good inside forward on the left-hand side. I don't think we're going to get rid of Patton because Patton knows what he's doing And this is the problem. You start finding guys like this, you're like, oh, they're really good. But we have such a good core. We have a team that made the quarter final of the FA Cup. This is a team that should be able to stay in League One minimum, if not go beyond that. So, yeah, but obviously Sam Maverick is very good. Our scouts reckon he's a good League Two, a good League One potential, and apparently he's got a good direct free... Okay, this kind of makes a sense because he's got 16 free kick taking. And with 16 free kick taking, he could be real dangerous and a real handful on that side because he could take direct free kicks and score them. 14 pace, 13 acceleration, good flair. I'm going to just go in a trial and offer him for a few weeks, see what Sam looks like. I don't really need him, but he is really good. And this is the problem with finding people like that. And then, yeah, so we got Paul Nisso as a DM from Rangers, 22, fairly well-rounded. We do need a defensive midfielder, but I don't think he's really for us. Alfie Lloyd here is being released by QPR. Did he play for QPR this year? No, he did not. Fairly quick, fairly well-rounded, good determination, good work rate, but I don't think Alfie is actually that good, so I'm going to remove. One of the Eze boys, and Doomby Eze, more of a winger. Actually comes inside of his right fairly well. Decent physicals. I don't think, again, that I'm going to go for him. And we got Jaden Healy. Again, we don't need a left back because of obvious reasons. We've got Ayapong. He would be really good for the level, obviously. They're saying there's already good League Two, leading League Two potential. I've already got a left back of that ilk. So he's in the wrong position. Federico Savio. Great name, the Italian. Nice to be getting an Italian in. He's not on the free, but we do have money to spend. He is a decent fullback on the right-hand side. If I was to sign a fullback, I could move Casanova as one of the DMs because he can play defensive midfield fairly well, does Casanova. But I also don't mind Casanova just playing at right back in his natural role, which makes more sense because then I can put Ollie Shield at backup right back, and it's already locked away. I think Federico Savio is someone we keep scouting. Tom is very well-rounded. Released from Huddersfield. Played in League One 2 years ago. Was in the Championship when they came through. Was a Huddersfield player. Went on loan to Hyde. Barely played for him. Might have been like an end-of-season loan. When I look at him, he's a box-to-box midfielder. He can tackle, he can pass, he's got good determination. He's fairly well-rounded. Don't think he's that bad as Tom. As well, I think he's okay. So we're going to definitely offer him a trial for 4 weeks. Give him a month here for my coaches to get a full understanding on Tom. But he's not bad. Do need a centre-back, and Shane is requested to leave Ayr for very little money at 29 years of age. Never been capped for Ireland. Another left footer. We probably want a right-footed ball-playing defender, but that's fine. Or a no-nonsense centre-back. Fairly well-rounded, great tackling, good determination, 6'3", decent physicals. I think Shane is definitely one to keep scouting. Lewis Shipley for 230k is too much money. I refuse to pay 230k, so let's not even bother. Nico Gordon's on a free, 26 years of age, 6 foot, 31 caps for Montserrat. He's a proper I'm a centre-back. Was released from the club in the USA, was at Birmingham, played in the Championship, went on loan to Solomores in the National League before being bought by North Texas. What a weird career. My scouts seem to love him and think he's a good League Two player already. Might give him a trial here for a few weeks as well. Would probably rather go for someone younger or someone with a little bit more quality like Billy, but we'll give him a trial as well. Keep reporting. Don't think any of these three are going to be good enough with that unless they're like super young. And they're not, which they wouldn't be because they would have a more of a potential range. Marco Rus, it's the poor man's Michael Royce. He actually looks really good. He's very well-rounded. He reminds me of Finn Welch, but just that little bit better. Probably makes sense. I'd rather play Finn, who's been part of the dynamics for a bit, so Marco Rus. Daniel was a backup goalkeeper. Actually looks really good at Hearts. 6'5", fairly well rounded. 27 years of age, good determination, good reflexes. What this would allow me to do if I sign Daniel on a backup is that I would be able to get in. I would be able to get Bell out on loan and get him to play a full season somewhere and give Bell the opportunity to develop. He wouldn't get in over Webb for me, but what he would be is very good with as a backup option. Was at Arsenal, came for at Arsenal, which was always a good sign. Never played for Norwich. Then played 2 games off as a backup for Norwich in 2020, 2021. Went to Maidenstone. Never became a first choice keeper. Wouldn't be a first choice keeper here either. But I do think he's really well rounded and would give Webb a run for his money. He's also 6'5", which I quite like. I don't know if I would say he's on the list, and I don't really need a backup keeper. But he would be a pretty good option. Depends if we could get Bell alone. If Bell could get a loan or play under 21s for me for a year at 19, playing full amount of minutes in the 21s, he wouldn't be bad. I actually think what we do with Daniel Barden is give him a trial for a couple of weeks. And I think as a backup goalkeeper wouldn't be bad. And if Webb got injured, which he did get injured a couple times this year, we've got that cover. Max is a right back. He's not that good, to be honest. So we're going to bin Max off here, which is fine. And now we just go by this. So we got Hutchinson at 28, who's fairly well rounded through the middle. Again, we don't need this sort of guy. He played at Bristol this year in League 2, who's coming up with us. The fact Bristol are releasing him make me think that he's not good enough. This is a guy that was at Brighton, never played. League 2, that's fine. League 1. He's okay, but I don't think he's really the guy you go after, is Isaac Hutchinson. That's fine. Malcolm here is listed for 50k. Don't think I'm ever going to pay 50k for a guy like this, so that is fine. This guy here for 14k is very cheap, is J. Sim. Not that quick though, and is a little bit raw, so I'm going to not go with that one. Jonathan Lewis is a winger either side. We've got so much channel. We've got Brombridge, we've got Weller, we've got Patton. If I'm going to go for someone that plays out wide, it's going to be someone that is, I'm like, really good. So, and I don't think this guy's really good. So, I'm just going to reject him from this report card. We've got a midfielder that is 28 on a free, is Der Yearwood, was at Rotherham and got released. Southend Brentford went to the MLS and played as a regular MLS midfielder. Went back to England, played League 1, got relegated Rotherham. Rotherham went back up and then didn't use him this season, which is very odd that he hanged around. And he's on a free. Decent box-to-box midfielder, decent defensive midfielder too. Fairly well-rounded, pretty good physicals, pretty good mentals at 28. Don't think he's great. Don't think he's bad. He's wanted by a few clubs actually in non-league, which is interesting. Going to give him a 3-week trial though. It's always important to give these guys trials to get a better scout report on them. So we'll keep reporting. Dylan Williams is a wing-back. He's not that good. He's got good determination. He's fairly well-rounded. Maybe as a backup option, he wouldn't be that bad as a wing-back. He could also play multiple positions, like centre-backs and a defensive mid. Like, he's someone that would be really good as a backup option. So maybe like loaning/selling Sears and getting Dylan Williams in could be a way. Can I get a trial on you for a couple of weeks before your contract expires from Burton? See if he wants to come in. Oliver Tipton is a DM, 24, Solomors. 150k is what he's being released, set up for. Tipton, we're not going to go for you. Brooke Myers is a free, coming from Shields. Was from Southampton. Shields, he played really well in the National League and then decided not to renew his deal. Wanted at the moment by Gillingham, Yeovil, York and Cove, so teams around us. Fairly well-rounded again is Mr. Myers, but again, I don't think we need wide players. And I don't think Wyatt Reese Walker is going to be any good. He's got 90 determination, so maybe we should actually have a look. He is 22 at Livingston. Again, is someone that can play across the free, good determination. Probably not the one for us, to be fair. And then lucky last is Lewis Fowler, who's 23. Got great physical, for this level at Crawley. No mentals, no technicals. Played in League 2 and League 1, barely scored a goal. Not the guy for us. is Lewis Fowler. When we get through the full recommended list, we will go properly scouting, but we do that a little bit later on in our time frame. We go very heavy in June and July and try to have everyone signed by the end of July that we're going to want to use. But we will always clear our scouting list every couple of weeks here as we're looking, and then see what's going on. So Williams' bid was rejected because they probably want to keep him. I would like to know... I would like to know what your scout would like. I just want to know what contract he would like. So Barden's offer was accepted. Mother's coming on loan. I don't think anyone rejected us, but we'll double check that. Deerwood, Billy, Barden. Go back to new. Pender's about to go on trial. It's only Dylan's. Okay, interesting. We'll go through. Dylan is only because I want to know what his contract is. I want to know what contract he would want. Wants to be a fringe player, which I think is perfect. Corey Sears can only play at left back. Is very good mentally and very good physically. Can I compare you and Dylan? They are super well-rounded. Dylan's got better natural fitness. Who's got better pace? Same pace. One more acceleration to Corey. So Corey is in the blue and Dylan is in the green. Dylan's better with passing technique, same vision, same pace. Better first touch Corey, better crossings Corey, better accelerations Corey. Dylan can play in multiple positions. Corey's a squad player. Now, are you happy with your game time, Corey? Because if you are, then there's no reason to not do this. One thing I will say about Corey is he's got League 2 potential. He's also decent north and south. He's very one-footed. He's a consistent performer, though. Balanced, possesses fair amount, and works well within the team. He's part of the core group of players. So I don't think we replace Corey Sears. When you look at him, he's got okay marking, okay passing, okay tackling, okay mentals, pretty good physicals for this level, pretty good crossing. So, like, do you actually want to do this is the question. So on 1.2k a week, his deal does end in a year. He wants 1.6 to 2.2k, which isn't much more than Corey. Are we getting a player that is better, though? Happy to be a fringe player, too. Like, when you look at him as a fullback, he's not as good, but he's very well-rounded, great determination. Gets forward, plays short passes, tries to play his way out of trouble, which I like. Fairly physical, good natural fitness. He's naturally fit, driven in his pursuits, committed player that gives his all. Currently has a long-term injury. Really? It doesn't say so. Coming up from an ACL, is out for another 7 weeks to 3 months. 5th, 6th, 7th. So he'll be back at the end of pre-season. Don't know if I like that. I don't know, boys. What do you reckon? I think we don't go with it, to be fair. I think what we do is we go back to the Williams offer and we walk away. Good to know. All right, so let's have a look now. So Sam Mather. Our coaching team reckons he's going to be a good League 1, good League 2. He reckons his best role's on there. I reckon it's on the On the left, Sam. As an inside forward. Good dribbling, finishing first touch, better long shots, good passing technique, great free kicks, good flair, good vision, very well rounded, and is quick. Likes to run with the ball, which I like. Dread's a big match. Nah, you can't pick it all at this level. Good, potential to be a good League One. Not just a League One, a good League One. Decent League 2, can be dangerous threat from free kicks, is natural in a couple of positions, counts, balanced mentality, fairly consistent, could be retrained as a central mid. I like him a lot. It just depends on what sort of deal he wants. Like, then what would that do to the team? It would be in for Patton, right? Briscoe then will probably find by the wayside. Briscoe probably needs minutes, though, to get good. And I'd probably loan Briscoe, even though when you look at Briscoe as a centre forward, he's got great dribbling, finishing, first touch, heading, good technique, good off the ball, okay decisions, okay composure, decent anticipation, fairly well-rounded in the physical department. I'd probably actually keep Elijah Briscoe and go to Billy Cullinan and be like, mate, you're going to probably miss out. When you look at Billy, he's got good dribbling, can't cross, can't finish, decent first touch, decent headering, decent technique, great determination, fairly okay physicals. I feel like Billy definitely needs a loan. So like, if I was to do this, this is what it would look like. It'd be Billy out, Elijah up front, Patton who can play up front and on the left in there, right? And I think Patton's a very good backup to have. 5'3", very nippy, very good, can do a lot of things. Like, it feels a little bit harsh. The guy got 12 goals, 11 assists and 38 and got 10 and 13. He's fairly consistent, but I would imagine what a guy like this in our system could do. Don't really need a left winger, but he seems super good. The fact that he can take a free kick is wild. Pretty good 10 as well. So, like, we could get to next season, Finn Welch goes to the bench, so we move Sam through the middle, and then I can get another winger or whatever. But, yeah, I think Sam could definitely go out there. Doesn't give me the option for the attacking mid on the left. Where's Sam? Looks like he would be decent out in that role. Like, he just looks good. He looks like Philbert would, but on the other side. And I think that makes us a lot better. Which I think is perfectly fine. Alright, Nico Gordon, my coaching team loves. I think he's a good League 2, good League 1 potential. Doesn't like a big game, though. Fair amount of pace for a centre-back. Cool. We'll wait for the more of the scout reports. Nico Gordon would come in and be our best centre-back on paper. Very easy to do that. Technically not the greatest, but not the worst. Can dribble, can first touch, got decent technique. Right-footed centre-back is what I would use him on. One ball playing, one centre-back is generally what I go with. Fairly good physicals at 6 foot. Fairly okay mentals. He's paid 31 caps. Just, it doesn't come from quality. Birmingham's okay, and then Solomor's barely played for him. Went to the USA and played amateur football. Is this just inflated because he got 3 goals, 4 assists from set pieces last year, and he's got a good scout report because of that? I don't know. Nico Gordon. Yearwood isn't bad. He's a good National League player. Fairly consistent. Doesn't like a big game. Bit of a shame. So I don't think we're going to sign Yearwood. Billy's got potential. I like the look of Billy. The reason why I like the look of Billy is because Billy is not young, but Billy comes from quality. Where the other centre-back does not, Billy comes from quality, and he's 6'5" is the difference here. He is 6 foot bloomin' 5, right? When you look at the scout report, he's as good as what Fawnley is, right? He's as good as what Fawnley is, but covers him for height, which is outrageously good, right? And when you look at Billy's ability to ball play, right, we go back onto Billy. He's got okay passing, okay vision, okay first touch, okay technique. It's also got very well-rounded mentals. Like when you look at his mentals, 13 determination is not bad. Good aggression, good anticipation, good bravery. Composure, concentration and decisions could be better. Positioning 11, vision of 12, it's not bad. When you're looking at his physicality, it's 18 jumping reach. He is everywhere above 11 apart from stamina. 13, 12, 13, 18, 11, 11, 12. Like, it's really good for this level. It's a Carl who's a very good judge. He's a good judge. He's retiring, unfortunately. League One player. A leading League One player, which means he's very usable with a championship. One-footed, good player formation under league size. That doesn't bother me. Potential, impressive. Hand himself a professional man and can play in a couple positions. I like Billy a lot. I think Billy is unreal. I think Billy could be our centre-back. Decently determined, professional, big, and can play. What it means is that Thornley and him would probably move around, which is fine. But I like Billy. Barden on loan could be an option. Like, he's as good as Tony Bell. Toby Bell has better potential, but Barden is like a decent keeper that can come in and do a job and like be a little bit more well-rounded. Big boy, 6'5". Keep him here on loan. Cool. And then Tom as a midfielder is actually not the worst and doesn't mind box to box. And the reason why I like Tom and the box to box is he's got good passing, he's got good technique, he's got good determination, and he's 6'3", which I like. Fairly well-rounded mentals, 23. Played for Huddersfield in League One last year. 8 off the bench, 2 cup games, where he was actually good in both cup games. So Huddersfield kept him around, barely used him. Our scouts reckon he's a good League 2 potential. Doesn't like a big game, which is a little bit annoying. Everything else is not bad. I don't mind him. Like, as a box-to-box, I think Tom is, like, really decent. So, like, if you were to look at the squad, right, and we were to put these guys in, right, Mather out there, I think we have to sign Mather. I think he's too good not to, as much as we don't need him. I think Billy can come into here, right, but he's very left-footed. I would probably move these two around and do that. Thornley will probably just have to be a ball-playing defender on the right-hand side. Happy to be that as a regular starter. That's fine. It makes it a little bit easier to drop him. Two ball-playing defenders, which I think is perfectly fine with 2 centre-backs. They both can do a job. Just think Billy is much better. Like, can I compare you with Thornley, who is our best centre-back? Where are you, Fawn? Like, Billy's going to be much better in the blue, in the jumping reach department. So, like, in jumping reach. Not really a thing, is it? What's a big discrepancy? Crossing. Billy can cross. All right, so which doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. Thornley has him beat in technique, vision, acceleration, dribbling, and first touch, which just shows how good Thornley is. But Billy is really close and is a big boy. Both have the same passing, so they both can play out. Billy almost could play left back and like could also be a backup left back option. But look at him at left back as a fullback. Can't cross, but can get up and down and like do a job. I just like Billy a lot. Would you be interested? Look, it wants very low of this high wage. Yeah, perfect. Ex-Liverpool Billy. He had a 2 mil release fee at his other club. Just think this is an absolute no-brainer. No promises. $6,000. All right, whatever. Well, ain't gonna be Billy. 6,000. Come on, brother. What are you on at the moment? 2.7, and then wants to go to 6. We're not that rich. Do that. Move Thornley back to his preferred side. Move that back to centre back. Right, so that ain't gonna happen. I was really impressed by a Prenda as well. What is his out of position like as a defensive midfielder? Not good. But he would learn to be a defensive midfielder out of position. Like, fairly well-rounded, etc. I'll just train him, and once he becomes natural, he'd be pretty good. I don't mind Tom. Just depends on how cheap it would be, but yeah. I also know that the club and its finances, we're already at 78%. It's not, not like, oh my goodness, great balls of fire finances. Mather I really like. I want to get to my squad, Damien. What are we doing? Thank you. Back in the combined. I like combined. Don't need Mather. We need a DM, and we need a centre-back. And we need a striker. Yeah, so Billy just wants 6K a week. I'll go back to Billy if, when he gets released, he wants less money, because that definitely happens. And yeah, we got a bit of time here as well, right? So we don't need to sign any of these guys. I just think that my junior youth level, discuss with the board. Can't afford to do it. Don't know about that. Able to increase youth recruitment. They did increase the junior coaching budget, which is at least not bad. We got something, which is good. How are you, Dim? Good to see you in the chat, mate. How's things? How's things, mate? Definitely not famous here. But what a run it was yesterday, eh? What a run. Unfortunate, man. Billy would have been such a good signing, and then goes, oh, I want 6K a week. Katsu wheel. Katsu maneo. 6K a week. I really think Mather's really good. Like, what do we want? 3K to 4K is not the worst. I don't need him. Because, like, the team's obviously pretty damn good, but I think getting him in would just be a thing. Got 20 minutes apiece until I'm back at 7. Yeah, I'll be off by then. My partner's home. She's not well. But she allowed me to jump on stream. So I'm probably only doing a couple of hours dimmer scouting, and then, yeah, we'll probably be back live on Sunday morning, where we'll start the season, etc. But, yeah, he doesn't want to talk about it. Do I want to do it? I only got 10K a week, and it really needs to go to centre back. It needs to go to centre defensive midfield. And a striker more than likely. Could just put Briscoe up front and just be like, Briscoe, just play. And like, I think Briscoe would actually be okay up front. He's got dual foot. He's very well-rounded. Don't think it's Billy. Like, in an ideal world, we sign a box-to-box midfielder. We sign a centre-back and we sign a striker. And I think we can't go for Mather until that's done because we know Pattern's good enough. Like Aopong and Pattern have this great understanding together. Do I really want to like not do that? Pattern's good enough. Like it's not a position we need. I think we have to be a little bit frugal, which is annoying because I think he's really good. So we go Pattern in there because him and Berkeley have such a good understanding. Barkley, Aopong. So it's difficult. I'm not sure. Obviously, he's fantastic and he can take a set piece. Like he's got 16 free kick taking. Yeah, Patton performed really well, Dim, in the run. He did very well. They all did. But when I look at Sam Mather, he is just such a quality left winger. Like him and Filbert together could fire us into the championship if they both stay injury free and keep and play how Filbert's been playing. Got an ad, give me 30. Yeah, I'll wait. Dim's got an ad, boys. Dim's got an ad. If you are watching over on YouTube, thank you very much. So we obviously dual stream on Twitch. If you are here from yesterday's raid from Pie, so thank you very much to Pie Face. What a legend. Hopefully Plymouth played okay. I think they had a midweek game. Don't know if they did, to be fair. I sounds like Plymouth are in a bit of trouble. But yeah, maybe I should do a rebuild of Plymouth just for Pie at some stage. That would actually be pretty cool. But yeah, anyhow, as we wait for Dim will let us know when he's back in 30 seconds time. But yeah, if you are watching on YouTube, do give it a like and subscribe to the channel. We got past the 550 sub mark, so thank you very much. If you are watching it as a post-com, especially, liking it will help push the stream out. And we're getting quite a number of views on our post-recorded live streams and the live streams in general. Our actual videos don't do too well on YouTube, but I don't really care about that, to be fair. But yeah, Dim's back. All right, back to what I was saying. I think Mather and Filbert are very similar. And if I could have Filbert on one side and Filbert 2.0 on the other side with Sam Mather, I'm stupid not to because both will just go and get 20 goals, 20 assists and have an outrageous year. I don't even know that was Filbert's numbers in the end. What did you actually do? Filbert apparently only scored 7 goals, 14 this season. Really? This feels like so much more. But yeah. Well, I'll probably wake my partner up. Oh, man. I think they're very similar. Filbert's really quick, good determination, etc. too. I think it'd be silly not to. And the fact that he can take 16 free kick taking at 23, just got released from Man United, like, it just makes a lot of sense. Problem is, coming from Man United, he wants, like, we've only got 10k a wage available. Filbert is fantastic. I ain't getting rid of Filbert. Filbert and Aopong have already signed to brand new deals so that they have all. Aopong has a 1 mil release fee. Filbert's got a 1.6 mil release fee to a club in the Championship or the Prem. And if someone takes him, so does that. Sam does look insane. This is a problem that we have, is that I know I need a defensive midfielder and I know that I need a centre back minimum. If we don't sign a striker, so be it. We'll just put whoever up front. I actually think it will be Briscoe that will start the season with and drop Billy. But it's just difficult. Or we could change system and actually play with 2 10s and play no striker, but I don't want to really do that either. Is he better than Finn? He's much better than Finn, but Finn ain't going anywhere, right? Finn got 24 goals, 11 in a higher division. He got 19, 26. He absolutely killed the National League, Finn. Finn, for me, next year is perfectly fine in the league. Finn has to become our backup 10 when we're in the Championship. That's kind of my plan with him. Once we get to the Championship, Finn Welch might not be good enough. But when we get to the Championship, I'm happy to not go, like, especially if we go back to back promotions. I don't want to then go and get promoted from the Championship to the Prem straight away because we'll just get mauled. I'd rather us stay in the Championship for a couple of years and actually just build the club. Don't have to make a decision right now. We got them all on trial for a while. I would love to know what Barden actually wants on his deal too. Yeah, I'm not dropping Finn. Apparently Barden doesn't even have an agent. He might take a really cheap deal, but he's on 2.2k a week. We need a centre-back and we need a box-to-box. And as much as I think you're a Pender... Sorry if I wake you up, babe. Were you asleep? Ah, all good. She's not feeling too well, my poor missus. So she's home today. Yeah, I don't normally stream. I think as a box-to-box, this guy's great. harped on about this too much. 6'3", determined, very good at getting up and down, like good work rate at 15, decently well-rounded physicals, good dribbling, good first touch, can hit the ball from distance with 9 long shots with good technique, good passing ability. I don't like that he likes to pass instead of shoot, because I actually like my box-to-box midfielders to have a dig from distance. My coaches reckon that he ain't any good. But he would come in and be our best defensive midfielder for sure, right? This is a bit bugged, isn't it? I can't really click. He doesn't like a big game and he's inconsistent. If he liked a big game or if he was consistent, I'd probably just go for him and be like, what do you want? But I don't think he is, and that's a little bit weird. But yeah. Something's going really on with YouTube. It keeps going that we have like 10 people watching and 0 people watching and 10. YouTube might be having a bit of a mare here, boys. It finally started working though. It's actually picking up people viewing the stream, which is good. But yeah, he's a very tall box-to-box mid, which is not too bad. Let's just continue. I don't think we can go for Sam. Probably find some more. And yeah. Purposely not signing any coaches until we sign players that have coaches around. And then, yeah. Youth candidates, ask general manager to sign recommended players. The 21's goalkeeper comes in, which is nice. Already got 10 more recommended players here. 18-year-old on loan for MK Dons. In the 10. He's very good at a young age, hey? Oh, is his contract expiring? I'm sorry, but what? We got a couple guys worth looking at, but hang on. Everyone just wait 1 second. His contract's expiring. He's on the loan list. Does he have an optional extension? He does too. Boo. Scott looks unreal. I don't think we could actually offer money for him. There's a part of me that's like, I hope they don't offer his extension and we're able to keep him, but they're probably just going to offer him an extension, right? League 1 standard 10. League 1 standard 10. We play with a channel midfielder. Have a look at him. 16 determination. Very rounded physicals at 18. Nippy as well at 5'4", which doesn't bother me. Can dribble. He's technically woeful, but better than what we have. Like, imagine him coming in and being on the bench. Him, Don Weller, Brobridge on the bench next year. Like, I plan to have a very young bench next year to get all of them minutes. Yeah, because I could make a bid and then they reject it and extend his contract and he's got no point. But yeah, MK Dons, that's really whatever. I didn't expect that. Did he play for MK Dons this year? Probably not. He didn't. He played only 10 games total in the under 20, under 21s or under 18s. Played 22 here. Didn't play well at all in any of them as well. But he's very weird. He looks very good. If I was to make an offer, what would the loan look like? We can't because he's because of his contract status. Cool. We'll have a look in a month's time if he's still around. I think we added him to the short list. Hopefully we did. Seems like I already have because it's already done that. Yeah, cool. I think he's not bad. I think he's very good as Mr. Stace. Oh, Tom McIntyre can play left back and defensive midfielder. He is about to be released in under a month. Is Tom from Livingston, who are probably bouncing around in the Premiership. They've stayed up actually twice. No, I don't think you can, unless with the new patch you can now. Set nickname report. Yeah, you used to be able to go here and just go make a note and like so it would remind you. It doesn't look like you can do that anymore. Let's have a look at this guy. 15 headering, 11 first touch, good marking, good passing, good tackling. Kid has got decent technique, fairly well rounded physically. His mentals are really good apart from flair and off the ball. Like in the just out of position as a defensive midfielder, you would obviously do the role, right? Like as a DM, out of position, he's got the decent marking, decent tackling, decent headering. I don't think at centre back he's the guy, but I think at defensive midfield, he's not bad at DM. In possession, they say halfback. I understand. As a box to box, he's got 9 dribbling, 9 finishing, 11 first touch, can head the ball when he's in the area, so he'd be pretty good from set pieces. Passing is okay, lacks vision, which is annoying, but he can tackle and he can get up and down because he's got good stamina, good strength, good natural fitness, good jumping reach, good determination. Our scouts reckon he's a good League 2 player. English second nationality, consistent performer. Can I offer you a trial for a week? I would love to have a look at what Scott wants. Who wants him is the question as well. St. Johnston's in the championship want him, in the Scottish championship. I like Tom. I think Tom's really good. Roberts is asking to leave. He's fairly well-rounded. 6'4". I don't need a keeper. Keep scouting though. Scott Stacey, keep scouting. We know about that. Max McFadden, 22, is a winger. No. Like, when you look at our wingers, you go to squad, right? Go to squad. When you look at our wingers, probably actually better do this on the tactics screen, right? All right, when you look at our wingers, you got Filbert, who is fantastic. You got Patton, that if I had to play him again for one more season, I think that's fine, right? Then when you look at my bench, you don't know about Jay Brombridge. He came out in intake 1, Dim. Can improve a lot. So his League 2, League 1 potential is okay. He's decent in physicals, decent technicals, can pass, got work rate, got technique, whatever. Played him for the last 3 games of the season, Dim. Played him for the last 3 games of the season. On his debut, got an assist and a goal and played 90. Played him again and he blanked, so we took him off. And then in the last game of the season against Barnet, scored. So not bad. And I think he has potential. And the reason why I think he has potential is if you look at Wakefield now, Dim, right, and hit his potential, League 1 potential on Andy Wakefield. Insane. Don Weller, who's been playing for us for whatever, right? League 1 potential. So you got Weller, you got Brombridge, you've got Wakefield. I don't need to sign a winger. I don't need to sign a backup centre back. I need a first choice centre back. I need a first choice striker. I need a third choice 6 because we got the depth. Yeah, they'll be really good. Like, they're going to be usable in the championship. If they develop and hit their heights, they're usable in the championship. You know what's scary? They came out in our first intake in the Vanarama National South. If we were still in the South or in the National League, they would be a really good player for that level and we'd be playing first team football. Nuts. Anyway, back to recruitment. I don't need that winger, so we can just reject him. Luke Butterfield is fairly well-rounded, but has nothing really about him at 24. Came from Everton, went to Chesterfield, barely played. He's not really a 10 or a 6. Nothing really good on this list, to be fair, so we delete that. So we've got 43 people that match this. 27 people that actually match this, which is outrageous. This guy at Cove is 19 and 5'9" and is decently well-rounded as well. We've got some people on this list that is not that bad. Whose contract here is expiring in a very short time? That's the other thing, though. We have to look for probably Thank you very much for the follow. CDRYG. I wouldn't have a clue how to pronounce that, but thank you very much, CD, for the follow. Where you're watching from. Like, expiring in the next 3 months, there's only 8 people on this list. So you got a 26-year-old at Queen of the South, or Queen's Park, sorry, I should say, not Queen of the South. Got a DM at Norwich, and he's 21. Fairly well-rounded. Again, he's not like, oh my goodness, though. Sorry for the name. All good, mate. Don't stress. You got a Nick McAllister, Queen of the South. He's more of a right back, 6'2". He's not that good. So, like, we've probably passed the point where it's like, these things are good. So you go to 12s and they match 15. Literally no one. Yeah, very difficult to really find. Lyndon Gooch, good player. We've used Lyndon previously. Not coming in here. Zach's contract expires. He's 21, the Ukrainian. Never played for Ukraine. Don't think he is a defensive midfielder. He could play your box to box, but he's got 7 tackling. Yeah, I don't think he's the one. We need to obviously up our scouting range, which we will do at some point. And I think we're looking at something like 12. Honestly. Any age. We need to see someone come up on this list. Which we may not see. Right, we got a loan though for Tom McIntyre, the centre back. But I honestly think it's at DM. We do need a centre back, has to be said. But I don't think he's a centre back. He could be 6'1", fairly well rounded, ball playing, yeah, right, and out of position, yeah, right. But I honestly think it should be at defensive midfielder. Is McIntyre, because I think he would be a very good DM. The thing is, we don't need to make the signing now. We got time. Our coaches think Carl's good, so while Carl's still here, he's a good player for most League 2 sides. He's a consistent performer, right? He enjoys a big game. This guy matches everything I like. Love that this doesn't work. Now, the question is, do you play him at centre-back or do you play him at DM as a box-to-box? Or a defensive midfielder? He could be a DM as a defensive midfielder. He'd actually be pretty decent there. Well, if you play him here as a centre-back, he'd be in his natural role, ball playing and a covering centre-back or just a normal centre-back. Probably more of a centre-back. I don't know. Where would you play him is the question. Does he partner Thornley? Because I will play Thornley next year. Thornley's got a decent right foot, so Thornley can move out to right centre-back if we do sign a left-footed centre-back, which is fine. But yeah, Tyler's leaving on a free. 4K a week at the moment is very hefty. If he wanted 4K a week, we can't afford it. The fact he comes here makes me think he would. He's got 14 determination too, 14 natural fitness, 15 headering, 13 tackling, decent passing. What sort of, what would you be looking at? 5 to 6K a week. 1.2 mil release fee, which is fine. Would be a star player. I would say that you are a star player. Played at Reading, played in the Championship, multiple seasons in the Championship, played a full season in the Championship, went on loan to Pompey, played in the Championship again, went on loan to League One, then went to the Scottish Premiership. So we're taking a guy from the Scottish Prem, where he played 2 full seasons in the Scottish Prem, and bringing him to League One football, and he's played previously in the Championship. Enjoys a big game, and he's determined, and he's consistent. I honestly think Tom McIntyre comes in, and he just takes us to that next level. So I think this is someone we sign. It's just a question of, do you sign him? Do you sign him? If someone gets you, I would let you go for $1 million. And I would, honestly, 625K would get relegated. This I cannot do. If we keep a clean sheet, you can have money. If somehow we're being used off the bench, you do that. Match highest earners clause. I will not do that because he would cancel. I can't match the highest earners clause. So we continue on. Very frustrating. Very frustrating, boys. Very frustrating. I'm probably going to go for at least a half an hour more. Do you know that my partner is here and she is not 100% well, so I should go and take care of her. But she's very nicely let me have at least a couple of hours in front of the computer. So who made a bid? Oldham made a bid in the National League. Did Oldham get promoted from the National League? That is the question here. Oldham finished 13th after getting relegated. Wow, they are woeful at the moment. How much was the bid from Oldham? Can I find out? Because do I bring him in to play box to box? It is definitely possible to play box to box. Don't know. I don't think so personally. Because I don't think he's that good. Doesn't enjoy a big game and is inconsistent. I hate that. I think at some point we're going to have to go into the recruitment and actually pay for a scouting upgrade, which we'll definitely do for a couple of months and waste our budget on that. I've only got 9k that we can afford to spend. That's the problem. Oldham did sign Iro Pender, so we can't get him in. That's fine. Look, I really did like it, but that's fine. Oldham signed him for 2.2k a week, so it would have been cheap, or cheap-ish, but yeah. 45k a week for a winger. No. Staffing advice. Task. Tom's good. Mather's good. Gordon doesn't like a big game. Fairly selfish. It's not like he's consistent. I think we can find better than Gordon. Want to buy Houston Dynamo in the MLS. Interesting. 6 foot as well. He's only 6 foot. I really wanted to go with this other guy, with McIntyre, with Tom, but yeah. Our best coach retired. That's no good. Did not offer a contract. But what we definitely need to do is go to, and I think Devonshire, Allen's about to retire too, I think, our general manager. Couple guys that have got very good, or good, outstanding, good technical, good possession base, good. David Dunn has got very good determination, good possession, outstanding with youngsters, good attacking. David Dunn's not a bad coach. Connor's okay. Should sign him. Technical, very good authority. Thomas is just good. I think David Dunn has to come in. He's a pretty good... 1 cap for England, David Dunn. There you go. Where did you play, David? He's been an assistant coach and a head coach at Bohemian Wood. Okay, there you go. Outstanding with youngsters, which we have a lot of youngsters. Good determination, which is great. And he can judge a player. So, yeah, let's just go and approach him to sign as a coach. I want the compensation if we lose him as a coach. Just need to do this just to get David Dunn in, just to be like, David, can you come in and judge a player for me? When we get people on trial, have to wait now until David signs. And then once David Dunn signs, we'll then look for players. The main reason I haven't improved my coaching team is I would imagine when we get a proper, highly weighted, we get a highly rated player, they're going to want to put in improving the coaching staff. FA Cup final. Forest won the FA Cup again in this save. Wow, there you go. I think that's the second FA Cup they've won. We received 337k. There we go, boys. It just officially came in. Nice. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 1.2 milli in the club. We get 651k of the payout scheme that you receive from League 2. We also got 337k for being the last standing League 2 side in the FA Cup. That means that we got a lot of money. I'm going to obviously ask the board to increase our wage budget and our transfer budget so we could just pump some more money into the football club. But yeah, important to note, we've got a lot of money there. 900k. Basically, all right there. And hopefully we get a little bit of that in the transfer wiggle room. Nice, lads. That's good shit. This is 20.4. Nope. Right, let's see what that does. Yeah, that's not much. I only got 9k a week. Like, can I, like, make a couple of club requests while the board is ecstatic? Start a coaching course as well. I think that's important because if we can get both, that would be really good. Oh, board request a meeting. Here we go. I don't think it's beneficial. That's a bit bugged. Interesting. What about the other requests? Didn't even tell me if they wanted to increase the payroll or not. That's really annoying. Anyhow, continue on. As I said, we're going to be live for another 20-25 minutes. Devonshire retires. We need a better general manager now. Alan has retired. What a lad. Right, so we need to go to recruitment. We need to go into staff database. So just before we do so, club, staff, here, general manager, recruitment. staff database, edit, clear. I need a general manager and attributes. Let's see what they think for a general manager. Terry's a general manager at Sutton, but he's about to retire. That's not good. So Ben's average at all of them. Lee's good negotiating and then average. Average. Cameron's average. And Jordan Dix is good average. We go after Terry, who is going to retire on us, which is probably not a bad thing. If he retires on us, but the thing is, he could retire on us at the end of the season. Like, he could just turn around and go, I'm going to retire, Terry. It's not really a good general manager around, is there? Oh yeah, general manager. Didn't you want to be a general manager? Done. And he's a general manager. He should come up on that list because he can do it. But good, very good, and good. Like, that makes the most amount of sense. He's 55. Where's your career been? Was a general manager at a guitar club. Interesting. Head of youth at a Kuwait club as well. And was a scout for Barcelona. Nice. Our new general manager's a scout, been a scout for Barcelona. Dunn's in, which is good. Accept that. Wait for this other guy to come in. Here we go. Payroll. Here we go. Board respond to request for payroll. Here we go. We cannot request. Oh my word! Boom! I said the wrong thing. Should have went like about our rivals doing something. I was done. Recommend a signing as well. And then we'll go and make sure our responsibilities are all sorted. And then yeah, all right. So apparently he's coming in on a work permit. He should get one, being a coach. I would imagine he gets one. And then we can get back to doing what we wanted to do. So, 7th of June. What the That's ages away, bro. Absolute ages away. Who's giving us the scout reports now? That's the question. Brian Webster, who's average and average. Yeah. This is the reason why I want to wait until we get our coaches in before we go scouting again, because I want to have, when I put guys on trial, I want to have a good understanding if they're actually very good. So we'll wait for our scout. I'll wait for our thing. So we're going to get to the 7th, and then we'll go on a proper scout in a second. That's very annoying that we weren't able to increase the payroll there. Poor from the club. We just had 1.2 million come into the club. Like, what do you want? Scouting update we'll get to as well. So yeah, we'll wait for the 7th, go to the scouting update, we'll then improve our scouting range, and then we'll go and trial everybody. And then we'll have a really good understanding of how good they actually are. And then, yeah, I would love to have Mather, but it's not going to happen, unfortunately. Can't believe we have to wait till the 7th to get this work permit. Ridiculous. Gomez wants to talk to him because he thinks he's underpaid. Look, you would know. Mather I really would like, but I don't have the money. Got 1.5 mil in the budget. Got a little bit more money to work with. Maidenhead for the upcoming. What sort of deal do you want is the question. Wants to be a squad player, which he probably is. Well, that's fine. How much is he on at the moment? 440. So, like, that's okay. I think getting him in on 440 and then getting him as a squad player as a backup DM is fine for Marcus. Because, like, as a defensive midfielder, he's okay apart from the aggression. Naturally quick, good 6'2". Out of possession, he's okay as well. I think he's better as a centre mid, which I can understand. Central midfielder up and down. It's because he doesn't need that aggression. I think this is a fine contract. Now, like, League 2 standard is a consistent performer, etc. Doesn't hate a big game, but being consistent's not bad. How did you play this season, Marcus, before we tie you down? 36 games, 6.91, so it was just dead Dutch, just solid. Like, if my defensive midfielders average 6.9, we're going to win a lot of games because they're just not making mistakes. I don't think he's a box-to-box, for sure. As a box-to-box, definitely not technical, but as a defensive midfielder, as a backup DM, he's pretty decent. So I'm okay to give him a contract here with a squad player deal. 3-year deal. And I think we go to like 750. 800. Jesus Christ. 1,000, fine. We'll do that. At least we get a 3-year deal on him. It's only a £600 increase, which is not bad. Don't think he's worth £1,000, but what he is an international with potential, so he could be pretty decent, is Marcus Gomez. That's fine. Look, if someone wants a bid for Fawnley, they can take him. It's not what I'm doing here. As we said, we have to wait till the 7th. On the 7th, we get the work permit for our new technical, new general manager, and then I can go in and we can go scouting again, which is fun. And we're going to be off in about 15 minutes or so, give or take. Don't really care. Don't really care. If you are watching though, thank you very much, and let me know where you're watching from. Give it a like, do subscribe to the channel. Thank you, it really does help us out. I know this is not going to be one of our most watched streams or whatever, but it's nice to get, you know, a little bit of there. We've already got 3 likes on the video, so that's pretty awesome too. So thank you very much. That's good enough for me. Keeps eyes on the channel and whatever as well. Up to 557 at the moment, so we're doing all right, which is not too bad. Doing all right. All right, let's go through. United trials finish. Offers made for Ottaway. Yeah, it doesn't really bother me. Set both for release. Anyone here that is any good? No, don't really care. Oh, CN, he's not bad. He's not great. I know who he is. I signed another coach. That's good. Well done, boys. Chris Clark comes in as a fitness coach for the under-21s. It's good to see that we're making our general manager, but we don't have one in charge. So whoever's taken that responsibility, still signing under-21 staff. I'll sign my own staff soon as well. Jason, let's have a look. Burrow as a fullback, decently well-rounded. How much would they actually want? It's probably too much money for us. We don't have the money to spend. Oh, a bit of rain, nice. As we said, we're trying to get to the 7th fairly quickly because then I can get my general manager, set up my responsibilities, and then we can get back to the scout, which is good, which is what we're here for. We're here for a scout. Also means when I do jump on FM, you guys aren't missing games if I'm doing some scouting off stream, which is good. Obviously, my partner being here, I don't expect to play too much FM outside of the next 15 minutes. And then I probably don't play any FM tomorrow. I might play some FM on a Saturday night while watching some of the soccer. When I get home at like 10:30, 11, I might watch like with the first half. And then that's about it. And then it'll be Sunday stream where we finish off the scouting, which is fine. If you've ever enjoyed, give it a like, subscribe. It's a little bit of a slower stream as this one, which doesn't suit people, but that's all okay. Nearly at the 7th, which is good. We should get a work permit for him. If he doesn't get a work permit, I'll be very shocked. And then, yeah. Here we are. He gets his work permit, nice. Now we can set up some responsibilities for Bay owner, which is good. Right, perfect. Absolutely love that. He comes and replies as Alan. Send an intensive language course. Do that. Go to club, and I think we find responsibilities in the club section by memory. Save the game. It's pretty good. Like, he's going to be very good and very usable and really help us. Responsibilities is fine. Didn't mean to click on his name. Can I just see what his responsibilities are? Provides reports on staff. So I want to delegate media. Brian attends them all. Perfect. That's fine. Yeah, I want full control. Yeah, all good. Advice and reports. Lewis is definitely the best for this. Very good and good. Yep. And that's what I want. That's fine. All right, now we've got proper recommendation here. This is now where I'm going to go through all our youngsters very quickly now that we actually have a coach that is worthy. All right, so staff advice, that's fine. All good. Squad. Go to squad. Let's just first check with Lewis Webb that he's actually being marked by Lewis. Lewis reckons he's pretty good. All right, so Lewis is actually good enough to actually make recommendations. So this is where I just go for my potential. I'm like, what does Lewis think? League One, awesome. All right. Marcus is League 2, So anywhere between League 1 and League 2. So I don't think he's going to really change his tune too much. Filbert, he reckons, is already a good League 2, League 1 potential. Cool. That's all I wanted to see. Let's see Andy Wakefield's really quickly, because I know he's pretty good. League 1. Yep. All right, so we're getting the same sort of thing, which is fine. All good. Pick up our position now. Thank you. Now we're going to go on a proper scout before I get off. And there we are. All well and good. All right, that's fine. All right, into squad, into recruitment. Got 15 recommendations to get through. And then we'll up our scouting and see what we can do. So Chris O'Dyer's contract is expiring. And he is an 18-year-old with this potential from Rochdale. League 1 potential. Wow, really? Approach to signing on a free. He's a backup winger with League 1 potential. Good flair, good passing. Left foot, right foot. Can run with the ball down the right. Can I compare him to Brombridge? Because Brombridge is the other one on that side. Like, compare him to Brombridge. It's probably better than Brombridge, to be fair. Who's better here? O'Dyer is better in acceleration and is better in pace. So Bry's in the blue and he's just much better. He's more well-rounded. Can I compare him then to Dom Weller? Where are you, Weller? Dom. Yeah, between Weller and him, it's pretty close. Thank you very much for the raid, FM Chairman. How's things, mate? Long time no see. Vision, work rate. Trying to look for a stat that is like super passing ability, right? So Weller's in the green. Weller's beating him in dribbling, crossing, and acceleration with the same amount of pace. Chris O'Dwyer has technique, passing, vision at 18. O'Dwyer's not bad, boys. Weller can play in the hole. I would love to pick him up. Like, when you look at him, you're like, he'd be an inside winger. Like, he's got 9 dribbling, 10 first touch, 11 passing, 12 technique. He's very rounded mentally, decent determination, and is very good physically, and he's dual-footed. And I would just train him to play on the 10 and on the left, and he can play anywhere. I don't mind him. What compensation would they want? No. He's just a very good backup player to have, is Chris O'Dwyer. Didn't expect to find him. Anyhow, back to our player recommendations as we click around like a madman. So Dwyer, yes. Didn't expect to see that. Jacob Vickers is a defensive midfielder, or a DM. He's a centre-back, sorry. Being released, no, he's just there. I think the other thing we need to do is just like, if they actually want money, we can't really afford much. It's like, yeah. If they actually want actual funds, we can't really afford too much. Well, we could go for a loan, so it's not like it's impossible. Tom McIntyre, I really like. He's on a free now. Gonna offer him a trial for 4 weeks because I really want him to come in at centre back. I think it's really important. I think Tom is like star-studded from when we look. Jamie Mullins. Don't need Mr. Jamie Mullins. Could play as a DM, but, you know, not really for me. Cool. This guy's a right back from Italy, from Letco. Okay. Attacking midfielder called Daniel Riggy from Weldstone. He's not bad. Was from West Ham, fairly well rounded. Don't need a 10. This is the problem. My scouts are finding a lot of people that are like good at different areas. Dylan can apparently play naturally at DM, but I think he's woeful there, so we're not even going to bother, and I don't need you out wide. Apparently we don't have any sort of clue who you are. Just continue to scout you then. You're not good enough. You're never going to be good enough. He's air. Ashley Hayes at striker. Very well rounded is Ash. 24, just got released from Dundee. So he played in the Premiership a few games. Was at Brentford in the Prem for a nominated fee. Came through in the youth. Good League 2, works well, hates a big game, even though he's consistent. He's more of a target forward than anything. 5'11". I think he's more of a channel forward for me. He's fairly well-rounded. I don't know if he's the type of striker I would go after. He's wanted by Bromley on a free in League 2. Don't know. Don't think you're going to be good enough to come in without looking. Goalkeeper we don't really need, but he's pretty decent. And then we got a left back who is a pretty okay left back, but we don't really need a left back, so let's do that. Sim forward an extra couple of days here because we got obviously this O'Dwyer deal coming in. Want to go and have a look at that kid from Hamilton again as well. Five-year deal for a 3-year contract, an extra £100 is fine, mate. I think he's fantastic. I actually think he's better than Brombridge. He would come in and play on the right-hand side and just be like, Chris, you're just going to develop. And I think you're going to develop perfectly well, and he's going to be much better. Brombridge I feel sorry for because he did play really well towards the end of the season, but when you look at Brombridge, right, he's very raw. He can't finish. He's not as quick. He's just not as good. So, yeah, I think with that signing coming in, going to move Brombridge to the 21s. McIntyre rejects our trial offer, even though he just took a trial with us. Wanted to retrial him again, but that's fine. I'll see if anyone makes a bid for him, as we will end that. Tom Lockyer requesting to leave. The 33-year-old is for 65k. I do need a centre-back. 5'1", lose a little bit of speed, great determination. 65k, I can't really justify it, though, for him. Would be nice. They're no longer here. That should really clear out. That's right. Nice little bug. O'Dwyer's in. Beautiful. Right, O'Dwyer comes in. What was that guy's name from Hamilton? I can't remember. Aiden Patterson. They tied him down to a new deal. Boo Earns. They tied him down to a new deal. That's no good. I would have loved to have picked him up. Even though I don't need him, it would have been nice. Like, if he came back and his scout report was like, yeah, I'm pretty good, I would have just put him up front and just been like, playing you. All right, let's do a proper scout now before we get off. So scouting, let's go UK and Ireland. Cool. And we're going to continue on here for a couple of days, and then we will do a scout, see what goes on. We need a centre-back, we need a striker, and we need a defensive midfielder. In order of preference, defensive midfielder, then centre-back, then striker. Because we've got a lot of forward-thinking players. Would I put O'Dwyer up top? That's the question. Because he could play up here as a channel forward. I think he's fairly well-rounded at 5'9", etc., but I probably wouldn't put him up front to start. I think he's definitely one for off the bench. Dom Weller and him are very similar. But Weller can play in the middle for me. Like, Weller's going to become a pretty good 10. And he's obviously scored goals in the 10 whatever for me, so that's fine. And he can play in multiple positions as Dom. Okay, let's continue on here. Let's go to recruitment. Let's go to player database. Let's go to edit here. And no one comes up matching 15 stats of 12. We go to 11, we get 9 guys. 9 guys that come up. So we get Corey, who I don't think is that good. We get Isaac Bard, who's wanted by Patrick Thistle at the end of his contract which is nearly at the end of the month. He's fairly well-rounded. He's not the worst. I'm gonna offer him a trial for a week, see what the scout reports do say, because I'm not going to pay extra money. We've got a guy at Aldershot who's got 14 determination and is fairly okay. Nothing really crazy on this list. I need a defensive midfielder. And I preferably want a box-to-box midfielder. Which are these stats here. Anyone fit? We're just doing the good old match. Match 20. One person called Ben Woods comes up in this whole list at Peterborough. As a DM. Wanted for 100k, ain't going to happen, brother. But he's pretty good. All right. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Assess GSSMF.
What was this? It was really good.
So he's not bad. Put it to 11. No one comes up. Anyone match 18 or 20 on this list? No. 17 or 20? One person. Wanted by Salford as a DM. He's very good. Wow, really. Noah. Thanks, mate. Cheers. He's very good. 5'10". Thing is, he's too much money, but if I could get him on a loan for a year, that would be good. Good finishing, good long shots, good marking, passing, tackling, very well rounded, great mentals, great physicals. Career. I don't even know what we've suggested. Don't even know what we suggested. Fucking game bugged out, didn't it? Him on loan for a thing would be really good, but yeah, it didn't even tell me what it was suggested. That was great. Isaac's no good. Johnson's coming in. Cool. Back to the player shortlist. Got a couple guys coming up on this list now. Theo's 21 coming from Norwich and is fairly well rounded. Like, he's got great mentals. At 5'11". Don't think he's that good. Jack's a ball-playing goalkeeper, which is always not the worst to have. Would be a good National League keeper, good League 2. Fairly consistent. Offer him a trial for a couple of weeks just to get used to it. Like, I wouldn't mind a better backup goalkeeper too, but I don't want to pay extortionate amount of money. Straight off the bat, anyone like this is just not good enough. Like, you are not good enough. Theo might be good enough. Hugo is 19. Yeah, whatever. Kelly Robinson's too raw. This guy, Woking, I don't think is ever going to hit his potential either. Jack, we got a bid in for. Player database. So he comes up on this list, matching 15. Who matches 14? We got another couple. Jordan Rossiter at Waterford at 35. Ex-Liverpool Jordan Rossiter. He played at Liverpool. We always thought he was going to be a good kid. Then he went to Rangers with a loan to buy back and then never got going. don't think he's actually going to be good enough, but he would be a DM. Interesting. I think he's fantastic, is this bloke. 15k a week we can't really afford because that's how much per month, 30k. He's really good. How much is it per month? That's the thing. $375k is the total cost of the loan. I don't have that. The wage is fair. 3,600 wage is perfectly fine. No one else gets on this list. This is the thing. No one else gets on this list that looks this good. So one of Salford and ourselves. He's really good. And trying to find a defensive midfielder is freaking difficult. Ben Woods would be pretty good. Fairly well rounded, but again, 100k I ain't gonna pay. Impanzu would be really good, but he can't run anymore. It's the problem, they all cost money. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's very difficult. Like, he's a relatively cheap lad. It's like on loan wouldn't be bad. Again, I don't think they're going to let me offer him a trial for a couple of weeks just to have a look at him. As a box-to-box, not bad. And then as a defensive midfielder, not the worst either. Can't head. He's 5'9", which is not what I want either. I prefer a taller defensive midfielder, but I can't really seem to find what I want. Muhammad's on loan. So box-to-box, he ain't the worst. Out of possession, he can do a job. Good passing, good tackling, or good technique, sorry. 5'5", yet again. He's very well-rounded, so you're like, hey, he can probably ball play a little bit. Anyone at Fulham? That's the question. Fulham. That's what we need to have a look at. Anyone at Fulham? Because we get free loans from Fulham. Man, he's really good as Mr. Rawlings. 15 finishing, good physicals, good determination. Where's Nazim? Nazim, I would love to make an offer for Nazim. And like, Nazim can play DM, but he's very good at fullback. Is it easier to find a fullback? That's the question. Because if it's easier to find a fullback, maybe we put Dante in the middle of the park because Dante can play DM. Like, relatively well. He's not the greatest because he's not got the aggression, but he can play it relatively well. And Dante would be okay in the middle of the park. It's in Panzer in this guy. Very difficult. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know who we're going to find here. This sucks. Your director of football used to be able to offer you a player as well. Yeah, finding it very difficult. All right. Let's move positions. I definitely need a defensive midfielder, but let's now look quickly for a striker. That, for me, can dribble, finish, first touch. Got technique, got composure, got pace and acceleration. Two players come up. So we have a 20-year-old called Charles at UDC. We've got a James that's on loan from Colchester. The fact he's not even playing for Colchester makes me think he's not that good. Man, how are these guys like... Not Dante Williams. Dane Scarlett was in this division at AFC Wilburton. Would love to get like Dane Scarlett in. Can I find like similar players? You should be able to find similar players. Don't have enough scouting budget. He's not bad as well, relatively cheap. I really want to sign a defensive midfielder first before I look at this because I don't know how much money we're going to have to sign. Sometimes looking by rep can really help you, but yeah. He's got no speed. For me, Noah's the one. Recruitment focuses. Here we go. Oh. I reckon Joel Worthington. is apparently the one that they recommend the most. He is no good. Tom Davies. Farley is the loan from Aston Villa. Might be able to pick him up. I don't think he's that good. In progress to find a striker. Goalkeeper, no. Don't need a keeper. I'm fine with that. Cool. Defensive midfield. Any role. Preferably a box-to-box. Maybe Matthew can go do that. Any area. UK and Ireland. Confirm. Please. This is like top priority. This midfielder and Bycroft. I doubt this midfielder's any good. Right, I did say we are going to get off, but we've now gone down the rabbit hole a little bit. So Bycroft's air. Danny's air. Like, he can play the role. Out of possession is not the greatest. Wanted by Exeter City in League One. I don't think he's that good. Really need a defensive midfielder before I sign anyone else. We've been crying out for a DM for a while. No real money. Chris is definitely going into the senior squad and going to be being trained as a attacking movement off the ball, anticipation decisions. Probably just train him off the left as well, so then he can play either side if we ever need him, and then train him in the middle. I think is what we do. Young Chris. Defensive midfielder. Hellas Verona's just offered us a job. Decline, but yeah. Scouting update, we've got a few. We've actually got an A+ centre back in that list. All right, we've actually got 40. Let's get through this list and see what's coming in. Zach is at Barrow, is requesting to leave. 6'4", Arsenal prospect, went to Southampton, now at Barrow. Barrow, obviously, in the EFL League 2. Wanting to leave for 300k, can't afford that. 2.6k, can't afford that. Is a ball-playing centre-back that is right-footed and out of possession, can do a lot of things. Good headering, can pass, okay marking, good tackling, very well-rounded mentally, decent physically. Would you take a loan deal? Love it that the game is broken like that. Can't even see the loan. Here we are. I'll pay 100% of his wage. As an important player. They're going to say no, but it's worth me making the bid just to know. That's fine. All good. No harm, no foul. Goalkeeper we don't need. I don't know why they think we needed a goalkeeper. Central midfielder that can play defensive. He's a defensive midfielder. Okay. Opting to leave, 28 years of age, from Linfield. Good natural fitness. Fairly well-rounded physically. Fairly rounded mentally. Fairly rounded defensively. As a box-to-box, I don't like him. Yeah, my game letting me save. Game's definitely letting me save. It's not the worst. Never been out of Scotland. Offer a trial for a week just so I can have a look. Don't know. Wouldn't have a clue. He's not bad. Look, goalkeepers I don't need. So just whatever. We've now deleted that as a scouting thing. I don't know why they were looking. Harvey Aranjo is a centre-back I know, but he's never coming here. And apparently Dorking are trying to get him out the door for $1 million, which makes no sense. But no one's going to spend $1 million here. Very good centre-back, but he ain't $1 million. Oh, that's his release fee for higher clubs. Okay, interesting. Again, I don't think we're going to look. Taylor Perry is not a DM. It's a central midfielder that can play DM. True Teller, good to see you on the Twitch, not watching on YouTube today. So God, goalkeeper, I don't really care about the keepers. I already know about Say Such Dev, we don't need him. Who's got the best scout report here? Apparently it's this goalkeeper. Again, it's another goalkeeper. Argentinian from Bristol City, leaving on a free. Cool. Offer trial for a week. He must have crazy potential, is what they're saying. Good League One potential. Whatever. I don't think so with 5 determination, but sure. Midfielder that can play in the 10. He's not bad. Again, I don't need him. Man, why is with all these goalkeepers? Cool, do that. If you play goalkeeper, I'm just going to get rid of you off this list. Look how many goalkeepers there are. I think this update's pretty good. It's been pretty quick today, clicking around. All right, and then we've got, these guys are crap. Kyan can play defensive mid as a box-to-box, like semi. Can play box-to-box. Again, too much money for me. We're on such a shoestring budget. It's really difficult. Probably not. Finley Munro's probably not good enough. I like it because it makes the game very difficult and it's good to be in this position. But Sam Bowen's probably not good enough. Say no. Apparently this guy at left back's apparently meant to be alright. I don't think you really are. And I've got left backs, man. Yeah, whatever. George's he's not that good. Like, to be fair, there's no one really here that gets in my first team. Daniel Jebedson on a free. Hello. For trial for a couple of weeks. That's a name I know. Where do I know you from? Sheffield United back in the day. Cool. Yeah. And again at Sheffield. Played a game again for Sheffield in the Prem. And then went to Bournemouth and played in the Premier League. Yeah, because I remember this. On a free. He would be fantastic, actually. Channel forward, pretty good dribbling, pretty good finishing, very well rounded, great physical, 6'3". Daniel Jebedson, mate, are we talking biz or what? He would be fantastic. Jaden Williams apparently is the best one that mate. No, Jebedson's definitely the one. Surprised he hasn't had a club. When's the last time he played football? Went to Bournemouth, played 3 games. Played a lot in the under-20s. Have a look, Daniel. I doubt he comes to me. Oh my God. Okay. We need a striker. It's not the one I want there. I think 4-2-3-1 is vastly superior. Obviously, I've been using it a lot. This midfielder rejected me. Interesting. He reckons he's a good National League player. Look, Jebedson, let's have a look. Mate, you're better than that. Sorry, but whatever the game's smoking here, the game is smoking. Good National League player, leading League 1, fairly consistent. Apparently he's poor in the air, even though he's 6'3", can be accurate with crossing. I'm sorry, mate, you're better than what I have. 7 caps for Canada, 13 determination, very good acceleration, agility, and pace for this level. Decent left foot, good right foot. Can dribble, can finish. Got technique. Has got very good League 1 potential, which means he's good for the championship. Ask agent. Yeah, I'm all for this if we can get you on cheaper wage. We go down so you can go for a meal. This, no, can I undo that? How do I undo? Used to be an undo button. Add clause. Match highest owners. Remove and exclude. That's what this button should do. Don't care about any of that. We just need the wage. 5K, we ain't going to play ball, buddy. 4.2K. Your agent can have a little bit more money. You can have 2K appearance fee. You score a goal, you can have a little bit. Unused substitute could go up because I barely do that. That's fine. We get relegated. You can like leave for 800K and get 20% of that. And I will do this by winning the FA Cup. Yeah, 26. Come on. 2 mil, 775, 2.1K. All right. Might have found our striker, Daniel Jebedson. Good pedigree. Good pedigree. It's not exactly what I wanted, but good pedigree. Right, when you look at Jebedson up front, good pedigree. I think he would score a lot of goals for us up front. Our problem was getting a goal-scoring striker in the league. I think that would be really good. And I think he would just come in, develop, train, do really well, hit his potential and go on, which I think is really fun. All right, got that. That's good. Back in the recommendations. We've got, back to list, 7 people. Got Odyssey, who is on loan and is fairly well-rounded, and his loan would be relatively cheap. I'd rather sign someone I can build around. Jebedson is done. Amari Benjamin would be fantastic, but we're not going to be able to pay this money. Jaden Williams is okay as well. So we got two. We got Ben Radcliffe looking to leave. And then we got an A and Isaac looking to leave, but it's just too much money. He's very good though. Exactly the guy I'm after, like a box-to-box that can play out of possession as a DM or a defensive midfielder. He's very good as Isaac Whitehall. See if we get Jebedson. Lewis Peary, he's okay. Isaac is fantastic. I really wouldn't mind Isaac, but they probably want too much money. It's a regular starter at Barrow. Barrow are in the League 2 and look like they're getting relegated. Thank you very much, and Philip.
Ooh, what was this? It was really good.
Yeah, we knew that was going to happen. We need a DM and we need a centre back. If Jebedson comes in, we get a guy that played literally in the Premier League last year playing as a striker, which would be insane. Training camp, auto select. Wanted for 2 to 20k. Want to end a contract. Is more of a midfielder that can't really defend. Finding it very difficult. Not gonna lie, I am finding it very difficult. Sonny's at Morecambe. Still got a contract as Sonny. I really wanted to sign him on a free last year and rejected me, the bastard. Retiring, interesting. Ryan Wood's probably just too slow. I am finding it difficult, which is fine. I like it when it's difficult to find players. Just, yeah, Isaac's really good. Any position, any role. Top, centre back. I need an actual centre back that comes in and affects my first team. Doubt we'll find anyone, but you know, anyhow. Let's see if we get Jebedson, and then we'll have another scout look, and then we'll end the stream. I do want to go and make sure to take care of my girlfriend who's not feeling well. Wowee, Jebedson, huh? Didn't see this one coming. What a signing. What a signing. Thank you if you are watching on YouTube. Do give it a like and subscribe to the channel. If you're watching on Twitch, part of the OG community, absolutely love it. Thomas Waddingen, as a forward, has been transfer listed for 220k. Not coming in because I just signed Jebison, which is outrageous. Save the game here. Let's start the recording. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. First signing of the new division, and it's a signing that I disagree with my coaches, even though I haven't upgraded coaches and they are pretty decent at telling me who is who. But this is a name that everyone's going to know. He's on big amount of money, 4.6k a week, with a lot of causes, as you guys can see, but a 2 mil release fee for clubs in a higher division, which would be some big boy money. As you can see, according to our coaches, which Lewis is our new general manager after obviously Alan Devonshire's retirement, judging potential very good. He knows what is up for potential. They reckon that Daniel Jebison's a leading League One player. And if you think you know who Daniel Jebison is, you probably do if you played Fantasy Premier League back in the day. Not even that long ago. We definitely all thought about picking him up when he was at Bournemouth with this new signing at some period of lifetime here. And yeah, we definitely have all thought about him when he was at Sheffield as well, but barely got the minutes in the Prem. Obviously came through at Sheffield, has played Premier League minutes, obviously in real life, went to Bournemouth. Watford, he was on loan. He actually went to the Championship, scored 6 goals for Preston, played again in the Premier League last season before Bournemouth decided to release him. We're getting a guy that literally played 3 Premier League games last season. If you look at him, he only played a very handful of games in the under 22 competition, 21 competition because of injury, and he scored goals there too at a 6.94. His stats, fantastic for a channel forward. Good dribbling, good finishing, good technique, fairly well-rounded mentals, good determination, very good physicals. So we have really struggled to find a defensive midfielder, and I really wanted to sign a good DM first up, but Daniel Jebison came on my scout reports. We had to move for him right now. 7 caps for Canada, played in the Premier League literally last season, and now in he comes on big amount of wage. But this is a guy that if he gets going, won't just be good enough for the division we're in. If he hits his potential, and I think he can do that quickly, he will be good enough, ladies and gentlemen, good enough to play in the Championship for us. That is an outrageous signing, and what a coup for little old Maidenhead. No, we're in the Sky Bet League 1. But he will be good enough for the Championship, which is pretty good. All right, so that's not bad. Let's go on another scout here quickly, and then we are off for the day. But that is outrageous that we signed Jebison. Outrageous. So we made 2 signings. Players removed from shortlist, that's fine. Jebison asked Welch to welcome him. Right, into the squad. The fact that they think he's only good enough for the National, I'm like, have you seen guys play in the National? This guy is all over guys in the National League. But yeah, Jebison comes in with Philbert, Welch. Patton I would love to remove, but that's fine. But we need a DM and a centre-back, and I'm finding it very difficult. We're going to go in a club, though. We still got plenty of money, but they won't give me any money more to spend, which is a bit annoying. And yeah, I am going to go into the transfer budget and transfer and wage. Try and pump some more money into here. Just a little bit more. Gives us a couple of extra K. We haven't. We're finding it very, 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 very difficult is what we're doing. But yeah, we have not. I really didn't want to sign a striker first, but he's too good. We need a centre-back and we need a DM. DM's proving very difficult to find. I think we're going to have to be loaning people. Sampdoria want to give me a job in Serie A. We will be rejecting that. Nazim's going to go back into the shortlist because I will get him on loan from Fulham on a free if it's possible because he's good enough. Now let's go through our player recommendations list again because there should be more people that came up and there's plenty. Tyler, I want. He doesn't want me. Ask agent, what are the demands? The lacks of financial interest. Now that he's a free agent, he doesn't even want to come in, which is annoying. So Josh on a free is very determined and very well-rounded. Would have been a pretty good one from Watford. Or Waterford, I should say. Not many people that we're finding on a free. This guy's more of a fullback than anything, which is okay if we believed he was good enough, but I don't know if he is. 5'11". Problem is we find it very hard to probably get any of these guys in, but that's fine. Anyhow, back to list. Back to position. Let's just see who's good enough and maybe we can talk to him. So Tom Lockyer would be great, but they want 65k a week. I can't really afford 65k a week for Tom. Would love to, but I can't. Josh Stones in relation to John Stones? Maybe. Personal and favourite personnel? No, it doesn't come up as his brother. Doesn't really look like him, I don't think, either. Too much red hair. We know we like Zach, but Zach is wanting to leave now, and they're only going to let him leave on a permanent deal, which is a bit annoying. So this guy's a free agent. He can play centre-back. Don't think he's much of a centre-back. He's a 5'11". I'm going to offer a trial for sure for a couple of weeks for Mengwa, because he could do a job at centre-back. Could. This guy's relatively decent, but we've already got our striker. So the fact that we've already got a striker, go to recruitment focus as striker and end this because we've done what we needed to do. Go back to searching DMs. I want DMs. Next. This is fine. Give me some DMs. Centre back, we've got some people. Tom Fallon already has a bid from Stevenage. We have to move on this guy quick. He's not bad. He's fairly well-rounded at 24. Indian international. At Arsenal. Former Arsenal. And he's an Indian international. What? Must have Indian heritage. 14 determination. Fairly well-rounded. 6'5". Good tackling, good headering, good marking. Our scout report says that he's a good League Two. Loves a big game and is fairly consistent at Bromley. Compensation 0. Mate, we're going in for you. You might be thinking, Damien, why we're going in here? It's because loves a big game and he's consistent. So he'll outperform any potential he has anyway, or any ability, because he'll just be like, I'm pretty good. He's also 6'5", a good jumping reach, good determination, and good leadership. I'm over the moon with this. Approach to sign. Finalise. Negotiate. 1.2k a week is absolute piddles. Piddles. I will give you this if you want to come in. 3-year deal though. And I don't want to lose you too cheap. So we're going to put 750k on your head and lock that in. And relegation, we're going to put at... we shouldn't get relegated, but like 240. And lock that in. Three-year deal and 1.4, and we talk business, buddy. 3-year deal at 1.5. Bang. Bang, bang, bang. Now we hope Taylor Foran accepts our offer. That was really good to find him there. And our recruitment focuses. Problem is, right? Tom McIntyre, we got him on trial and he wanted 6k a week, couldn't afford him. So now he's annoyed at us. And now he's like, we can't get to you. Eddie, they want too much money. We could get Eddie on loan. Actually, Eddie is a free loan. Hold the phone. Would you let Eddie come to me on loan, guys? Fulham prefer Eddie to play with higher quality players. That's the thing, is that Eddie would have been a free loan from Fulham, but Fulham, for whatever reason, even though we're an affiliate club of this, no, we need to send them to better players, which is very annoying. Charlie Pearman is wanted at Gillingham, and he's not bad, but you got to remember, that's money. We don't have any money to spend. I would pay 26k for Blaney, to be fair. League 2, 26k is bugger all. Fairly consistent performer, doesn't talk about a big game. Problem is, Blaney, 6'3" is okay. Ball playing centre back, 15 tackling, 12 marking, 13 determination. He ain't the worst. Is he a box to box? Is he a defensive midfielder? Like as a DM? Could this guy come in for 26k to be DM? Like fairly physical, 6'3"? Don't know about that. It's not the worst idea. Could be a DM, because we are struggling at DM. Tom Lockyer is 65k, but I don't want spending 65k on a 37-year-old. And then Zach's the best one of the lot, but they want 300k, and I don't have that. Don't know which one you're on about loan to buy, but yeah. Anyway, let's go see if we get Foran. Because if we get Foran, he comes in at centre-back. That's pretty good. And then I'm pretty happy with that. We just need to find a DM. Like Stevenage are where? Stevenage are what? League One with us? Yeah. But they're getting relegated. They're getting relegated. So if they're getting relegated, surely he comes to me. Don't know. He's going to end up at Stevenage because Stevenage is too good for him. This guy is the free agent one that we're looking at as well. Cam's playing FM. Good to see you, Cam. They reckon he's not bad. Okay. I reckon he's okay at centre back, centre defensive thing, whatever. He's a decent League 2, leading League 2 potential. Fairly consistent, doesn't like a big game, does love to get injured, which is a bit annoying. What we could do as an option, right, and I don't hate the option, is just shoehorn him in at right back because Casanova can play defensive midfield naturally and like get Casanova in here as a defensive midfielder. He's not the worst, is Casanova, as a DM. Don't think he's great. Probably prefer him as a box-to-box, but he doesn't like it. But Dante Casanova's not the worst if we were to sign this guy as a fullback. Like, he's got 12 headering, 12 marking, 10 passing, 11 technique, 8 vision's not the greatest. Physically isn't the worst, though, at 5'11". Determination's not that bad. He does get up and down defensively, could do a job at right back. Where were you released from, Magua? Hibs. So he played in the Premiership, went on loan to Partick Thistle, played in the Premiership, came for at Hibs and has played minutes at Hibs. At centre-back, I don't think he's good enough, but I think at full-back, he could do a job. And like they're like, he's a decent League 2 player with leading League 2 potential. That means he can play in League 1 and be like usable. So that's definitely an option. And all of a sudden, we sign... What's... What sort of deal would you want? Like, how much money is the question? Because would you sign him at right back, play him, and then move Casanova into defensive midfielder? I think the answer is yes, because I don't think Comley is good enough. But I would love to have Comley on the bench. Lloyd Afori. We've got a lot of players that can kind of do that. That's very interesting. I think I would prefer to keep Casanova in his preferred position, though, which is right back, because he's very good there. Our right back and left back do a lot of dirty work and get up and down and win the ball, etc. York City now make a foreign bid. Look, decent backup keeper and all. Good League 1 potential. Don't know how much money he wants. Can't set him for release. Can I set you for release? These guys are all being set for release. That's fine. As a backup, this guy wouldn't be bad. Jay Brokoff. Like, Jack's pretty well-rounded. Has got decent 101, 6'1", good determination, like, really well-rounded. So 700k for a backup goalkeeper is, like, not bad. And allows me to loan Bell out as well. So I don't mind that for Jack Bycroft. This guy's also not bad, but his determination sucks. Very good technical goalkeeper. Determination sucks at 23. Very consistent, though. What sort of deal would you want? I actually think I prefer Bycroft, to be honest. Couple of nice signings. There could be Dim. Where's Bycroft? Don't need a backup keeper, but I think it's just beneficial. Like, he can just be a decent keeper that's fairly well-rounded and jump in if needed. Like, yeah. Good national lead, leading League 2. Fairly loyal, fairly consistent. Can get distant on his goal kicks. Yeah, I think we go with Bycroft because I think he's that little bit better. Allows me to loan Bell out, and then Bell can come back and he's not competing with someone else because Bell's got League 1 potential. Like our goalkeeping department, Toby Bell has League One potential. He's wanted on loan by Hep when Hep's down. I would loan him out if I had another keeper because him being loaned out and him developing into a League One goalkeeper means he could be my championship keeper. And when you look at Toby's stats, right, he's very decent in his one-on-ones. He's 6'1". He's very well-rounded physically. He's got decent mentals. Like, he has potential to really be good, just that he's not right now. So, yeah, anyhow. So, I think we take Bycroft. Yeah, correct, over Webb, which would be horrendous to Lewis Webb, but Lewis Webb isn't this good. Like, Bycroft's arguably better than Webb, but yeah, Webb is a good League Two, fairly consistent performer, does really well, doesn't like a big game himself. We could have a little bit of a keep-off between the two, but I'm pretty partial to Webb being our keeper. Anyhow, what's the time here? 2:28, yeah. Yeah, Bycroft is like a cup keeper in those weaker cup competitions. Wouldn't be bad. First round of the FA Cup sort of thing. So yeah, scouting update. We've got 13 players to look through. Rule changes. We received 599k for TV rights because now we're in a division. We get in the EFL Cup. We got Pompey. Ooh, that's not a bad draw. We're at Fradden Park, so we get 50% of the revenue. I'm pretty sure for this round. Yeah, match rules for the first round is we get 50% of the revenue, 50-50, we get to Pompey. Nice. It's pretty good. Like, wouldn't be bad. Got our league fixtures. We are predicted to finish dead last, boys, at 301 to 1. Yeah, that's no shock. Well, we got Notts County in the opening day who came up with us. That's actually really nice. Yeah, so I'm thinking what you do is Bycroft goes in for Toby Bell. Now we wait if we get this centre back and he can play on the right alongside Fawnley. I'm happy with the back four. We just need a DM and we're done. And then I'm happy with the rest of the squad. Got 35 days. Hopefully we have set up some friendlies. Teams accept friendlies literally just happened. Action, teams accept friendlies. Don't really care. I don't think we're going to go there. So we got a friendly against Fulham. We got a friendly against Stockport. We got a friendly against Daggett and Redbridge. Nice. I can set up some more. We got a friendly in 6 days. I'm not playing any games because obviously my partner's here and I want to go and be with her. Let's do this last scout report and then I think we're done. We've got a couple of signings. I would love to know if we're going to get this kid or not. This centre back or not. All right. So we got Shane Blaney comes up on the list again. Cool. Eddie comes up on the list again. We already know about Eddie. Cool. Freyan's in the list. We've got a bid in. Good. Charlie Pennon might be new from Gillingham. He's okay. Isaac's pretty good. Daniel Batty is a channel midfielder. Can't go back a line, which is unfortunate. At Spurs, being released on the free is Daniel Batty. Fairly well-rounded in the 10. I don't really need him, but that's okay. We got Tyler Harris on a loan from Luton. Kyle Scott as a DM on a free. Don't think he's that good. Yeah, Isaac's really good. Daniel Ola as a backup striker. He's not the worst. I really would love to sign Isaac, but don't have the money, but I think he's fantastic. One last sweep for a DM. Probably should just put in contract is expiring within the next 6 months. 37 people. World rep. The best world rep is this Jordan Rossiter. See, the thing is I don't think Jordan Rossiter is good enough because of the lack of pace. I think what we do here is we actually go to attributes and we just go, have you got 10 pace and 10 acceleration? And if the answer is yes, then we'll probably go for you. Here we are. All right. Now it's just a case of like, is there anyone else on this list that's any decent? And it's like, nah. Dundalk, he's not that good. Partick Thistle, not that good. Rob McKenzie. Rob McKenzie wouldn't be bad. 1 to 12K being released. I actually think Rob McKenzie could do a decent job. Like, he's got good determination, fairly well-rounded physicals, 5'11", can get up and down, 9 dribbling, 8 first touch, 12 long throws, 11 penalties, good work rate. I would love to have a look at you for a week, if I could, please. They might reject it because it's too close to the his expiry. Only 2 people come up. Only 7 people come up. Yeah, proven to be difficult. Probably going to have to go raid Fulham for loans. I need to know if we get this centre back or not before I do anything as well. Doesn't look like we're going to find that out today, though. Kenzie bid was rejected. That's fine. This guy's Francisco Rocco, a Mexican. That is a fullback. Not the worst. He's okay, but yeah, I'm not going to bring you in. Cool. This guy's got good potential. 22-year-old, 17 jumping reach, 6'6", 16 headering, 15 determination. At Ipswich, so being released by Ipswich, where he came through. He's not had a loan at 22, Lithuanian international. Good old Lithuanian. As a centre back, he's actually just like okay, like 9 first touch, 9 passing, 9 technique, 9 vision, 7 vision. Physically, he's like a little bit slow, but isn't the worst. Good determination, though. Who did the scout report? That's the question. Never tells you. No, our general manager did the scout report. That's a good reason because that means that he can. He's got good judgment. Impressive jumping rate. He's really good in the air. Doesn't like a big game, which is unfortunate because that would have been nice. I think he's a pretty decent centre back. I need to know. That's the problem. Is I need to know if I'm signing this centre back or not. Got to offer him. I can't offer him a trial either. I don't mind him, but I don't like him at the same time. I like him because he can head the ball, and he's determined, and he's got great jumping reach. So like from corners and this, that, whatever, it's great. Don't like him because he can't do anything else. And he's not better than what we have. He's literally at a Mola level, but he could develop into quite a good player. Like, what would I work him on? Like, what would I work him on here for him to be better at football? Like, it's pace, maybe. Composure, maybe. Probably defensive positioning to make him have a better marking, better decision, get the positioning up to 11. It's probably what we would work on with Joachim. This one's 4.3 to 6K a week. So you would want to come in and play, which to be fair, if he comes in, plays and hits his potential, he's going to be relatively good for us moving forward. Just don't know if he's the one. Fringe player. 5K a week. My word. Cancel negotiations. Yes. York signed foreign, so we miss out on this centre back too. Not the greatest scouting stream this one. We have missed out on all our targets. Right, we are in trouble, boys. Went to York City in League 2. Thank you for the raid stand-ups. We're about to get off ourselves. Literally only signed one player, that's it. How are we over on wage? I don't understand. We haven't signed anyone else. How are we over on wage? Makes no sense. Who do we sign? Oh, it would have been all the clauses for people's contracts going up. Look, I have to do it again, boys. Just request finances. Can't do it. We're pretty maxed out. We can't even get to the 49. We're over by 2k. Yeah, ain't good. We got no real sellable assets as well. It's not like there's someone in this list that is like, I can really sell. Like, not gonna sell, not gonna sell, not gonna sell, not gonna sell. Could maybe try and sell my keeper. Could try and sell Billy. Finn, I'm not selling. Gomez, I'm just tying down to a new deal. Could maybe try and sell a couple of these guys. I don't know. Alright. We need a DM. We don't have a DM. DM was the most important spot as well, which is very annoying. Which means my team again lines up like so. And I don't get to sign a centre back. Which means I probably end up starting like this for the season. And that's the team that's going to get relegated, personally, just because the two defensive midfielders aren't good enough. Unless Finn Welch, Philbert and Jefferson score 1 million goals, which could happen. Which could happen. Like, I'm one defensive midfielder short from actually being able to field, like, a backup 11. This is the problem when you go through the divisions too much. You don't have enough time to... whatever. But we're going to make money this year, which is good. And then hopefully we get to improve. But yeah, I think we're done, boys. We think we're done, which is not too bad. Yeah, I don't think we will because the board's not giving us any money. We have 1.7 mil if... We have 1.6 mil available in this fucking football club, and the board refused to allow me to have a little bit more wage. It's ridiculous. Honestly, ridiculous. We're just going to get relegated because we can't do this. What we have to do is go to Fulham and hope Fulham give us some options. Just, I don't know who Fulham are going to give us, right? Like, when we look at Fulham and we look at their... Yeah, that's great. Fulham. Look at their senior squad, right? Just go by pick so we know that they're not coming in. Right, this guy on loan maybe comes in. Like, I doubt it allows us to get him on loan. Fulham want to play with higher quality players. What's the point of having an affiliate if you refuse to allow me to loan anyone? Then if you look at Fulham's under 21s, right? It's 18 players here. None of them are like good enough. No, well, we got no money, which is whatever. This guy's leaving on a free. Doesn't really matter. The Zim's still on thing. Seth's injured. He's on loan. Dylan Hughes is probably too young. Like, could do a job, but I might as well just play someone else there that can actually probably play. This Eddie, they've already told me, nah, they don't want him to do whatever. Like, I would love to loan Eddie in. Higher quality players. Fucking, you're my fucking affiliate. Really annoying. Maybe this guy when he comes back from his loan at Fulham, at Swansea, which expires in a day. All right, let's sim forward 2 days. Do I have a game in 2 days? All right, that's fine. Let's sim forward 2 days. Let's see what Fulham will allow me to take, and then we'll call it a stream. I've been saying this for the last fucking 15 minutes. This is the problem with this game. You can just keep clicking and go down the rabbit hole. My poor girlfriend's gonna slap me when I get back in there. I hate that they took Nazim off me, by the way. But this might work out. Bycroft can come in as the backup keeper. I think we still have to do this. Done. Cool. Well done, Bycroft. I think Bycroft's a good backup keeper, and if there is a long-term injury to Webb, we've got a keeper that's of the same level as Webb. We don't have enough money to poach anyone from the under-23 championships. That goes through on the first. That's fine. Let's go back to Fulham. They should have had their loanies return. So like Josh Asenga, will he come in on loan? Oh, we have to wait for the first. Are we serious? Come on, man. We have to go raid Fulham. All right, this is taking too long, so I'm just going to call it here because I would have loved to try to get these loans, but done and whatever. But yeah, I got my partner here and I don't want to be a bad boyfriend. So we're going to call it there. Not really the greatest stream. It is what it is. Nigel Faulkner, by the way, good kid. One from our youth intake. He could be decent. When we look at this team, we have some obvious issues, right? Can I also go into squad registration? League One. Can we go training camp? And can we just go for training camp? Spencer Sutton, Stephen Magpie, filter. Can I not add in trialists? Apparently he's not here. Okay, all good. Doesn't really matter. What was I going to say? Look, if this is our team, right? Andy Wakefield will get some minutes. We're just going to concede too many goals and we'll be in a massive relegation scrap, which is perfectly fine. I probably put too much money into this team last year, but it got us promoted, so that's fine. So I guess we just play this, guys. We just go again and then that's it. Oh, it's just so annoying. I think we know we can't get anyone. So, player database, this. And we have to move it back here because we just don't have the money in the scouting budget. Like, that's not going to really matter, but that's fine. Maybe. I don't know. First things first, we don't need forwards, we just sign a forward. Whitehall keeps coming up on the list. Yes, he's very good. I can't really use you. Whatever. Harrison Parker leaving on a free. He's on loan, Mansfield Town. Harrison Parker will do a job. Like, Harrison's pretty decent, League One potential. Does okay. Decent wage. Again, the board want me to make a loan bid of like decent enough. Like, he's not bad. Like, I need the board to be like, I just made you 1.6 bloody million in the FA Cup. Give me some fucking wage. and then we'll be right. Jake Turner, we don't need a keeper. These two I would love to take. Can't make an offer on him. Would love to make a loan bid on a Harrison Parker because he would suit. Like, even a loan for a year. Have to wait for Fulham. It's going to take too long for us to get there. I'm going to save the game. I'm going to get off because if I keep fucking sitting here, we're going to be here until 6 p.m. Alright, whatever. With that being said, thank you for being here. As always, I'll catch you guys next time. We probably should go raid someone on things. So let's go to Football Manager. I don't know who's around. Sean does FM. Alright, nice. So we'll go and send it on to Sean, which is perfectly fine. Hopefully these guys do well. /raid Sean.